Guys, we are finally back, man. Let me just make sure that everything is on and dandy. What's good, my people? Let me go to this thing to make sure that everything is flowing well, nice and airy. If you guys are in the building, welcome to this here BPTV live interaction reaction, brothers and sisters. And of course, we are definitely back again for another one, man. We are back again for another one, man. Welcome to every single one of you guys who've tuned into these vibrations. Don't, of course, forget to click the thumbs up button, guys. I would appreciate that right there. And, of course, definitely let me know your thoughts in that regard. We're going to be talking about the Laborite, brothers and sisters, entering into the New York meet of none other than the leader of the United Workers Party in New York. They were recently in the Bronx, brothers and sisters. And, of course, a number of you guys sent me that interaction where a Laborite actually went to the meeting, and of course he had a number of things to say in that regard. But of course, let me just go out there and share this stuff so that everything works out, so people will see that I'm in the building right now. And of course, you guys can definitely share the vibrations. There are 8 of you guys in the building right now. Of course, big up on yourself one time for being there. Of course, you guys know, if you would like, you can definitely give a super chat if you want. Of course, helping to support this year vibes that I tend to do when I do the live interaction reactions. And of course, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. I appreciate the individual clicking the like button right there. Of course, this helps to push these videos further and further. There are 8 of you guys in the building, and of course, like I always say, I tend to wait about 10 minutes before I definitely do start the vibrations right there. This is going to be an interesting one. I actually saw the video of the individual in question that we've seen, who is with Skerrit on the... How do I... Sometimes I get confused as to how this is going. Let me see. Okay, we Skerrit on right over there. Scare them. And then on the other side is that same individual with none other than Dr. Thomson Fontaine. And he has a number of interesting things I think we can learn from these guys when it comes on to trying to get individuals to really understand what is taking place, especially when it comes on to Dominica. Now, keep in mind, this individual is from Dominica, but lives overseas. He seems to be a heavy supporter of the Labour Party. And, of course, this is the video of him right here. But we're going to be getting to that vibrations. But, of course, where are you guys watching from? Is this thing... Okay, it seems... Okay, this thing is a bit slow. Hold on, let me make sure everything is fine and dandy in that regard right there, so that everything is copacetic. And I think I need to do a playlist, you know, for all my live interaction reactions, because it can be necessary from time to time. There are 8 of you guys in the building. Where are you guys watching from? 9 of you guys in the building right now. Like I indicated before, if you've missed it, you can definitely leave a super chat if you definitely want to support the vibrations. And of course, don't forget to click the like button. Of course, if you have not subscribed yet, you can definitely do so. Subscribe to this channel so you guys can definitely participate in this minimum subscribe time. Yes, guys. So you can participate in the live commentary. Yes, guys. So it has been switched on right there. Of course, 10 of you guys in the building. Where are you guys watching from? Like I indicated before, I'm going to wait about 10 minutes before I start this stuff. I should have my second screen for me to be able to do this properly, but I kind of forgot it right there. But where are you guys watching from? Leave that in the live chat as well. Of course, fan funding, super chats, super stickers, channel memberships. I don't have memberships on this channel. I have memberships on my Mystics vlog channel. Of course, there's a number of videos on my Mystics vlog channel that you don't get to see as normal. There's also the public videos, and there's the private videos. On the membership, you'll get to see my private videos right there. 15 of you guys are in the building. Up to now, you guys haven't stated where you guys are watching from or where you guys are situated. Only 2 likes. Don't forget, guys, to click the thumbs up button to help push these videos further and further there. Oh, I forgot. Let me also post this stuff on my thing right there. Where do I have to go for this thing? Hopefully we don't get any hindrances or cutoffs like last time. People were very much confused. There was like 100 and something of you guys in the building, and then the thing just cut off for some strange reason. Let me go to share this stuff right there. Don't forget, you guys can share this stuff as well. I would appreciate you guys doing so. But let me just post this stuff in my SAP. I should also post it on my on Facebook. Should I post it on Facebook? Nah, I'll just post that on my my WhatsApp. So yes guys, where are you guys? Let me see. Let's go back to the live chats. Nothing yet. 16 of you guys in the building. I guess you guys are shy. 3 likes. Sometimes the likes that I don't see, it's not updating as fast enough. I'm not sure why that is. But guys, if you're in the building, definitely let me know where you guys are watching from. And also, hold on. Let me post this stuff out. And also, like I indicated before, guys, I will be on the live before we really start. I'll be there for like about, let me see how long remains. Man, I just have to be going back and forth. Okay, we have some time. We have like 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining before I start. So you can get your family and friends, man. Bring them in, man. Bring them in, man. Bring them in, brothers and sisters. Bring them in right there. This is interesting to see. Of course, as you can pretty much tell based off this picture is a very interesting one. We're going to be talking about what this individual had to say. Of course, from my understanding, he is indeed a Laborite, but he decided to go to the convention or the Townhall meeting in New York, and he has his thoughts that he has to say right there. And I think there's a number of things we can actually learn when it comes down to that circumstance right there. Let me just post this stuff. Interaction. Okay. I forgot to mention it. On Friday, I thought I was gonna do a video on Saturday, but it is what it is, guys. We have how much minutes remaining before we start? We have about 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Where are you guys watching from? 20 of you guys in the building. 4 likes. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button. I'll indicate that yet again. Don't forget. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button, guys. So of course we can help push these videos further and further out there. This is going to be a very interesting one, and I think it's going to be an eye-opener. I actually saw some of the video. I was listening to the individual, what he had to say, and I think, you know, others need to take what he's saying seriously. Some things he's saying sometimes can be interesting, but we need to take what he's saying and understand, because I've noticed this not just in Dominica, but I've noticed this across different platforms or countries right there. 25 of you guys are in the building. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button for me. 5 likes, man. That's crazy, man. You guys can do much better than this right there. It's simple. It's free. If you want to definitely contribute to the vibrations, you can definitely just go on the super chats and send some love, whichever it is. And of course, it'll be posted up when it comes down to when you put a super chat. But of course, guys, clicking the thumbs up button is free. And what I tend to do is to try to bring awareness to certain circumstances and situations that have happened, especially when it comes down to Dominica. And of course, you know, trying to learn from it. I think that is important right there. So how much minutes we have remaining? I guess nobody wants to. They can send messages. Okay. I guess the real core individuals are not there yet. They're probably out and about freeing up themselves. Vivian, man, yes, man. It's the weekend there. Sorry. Sometimes some of you guys are actually in your house trying to relax to see what's up. And, you know, you're not sure what to do. So I'm going to entertain you guys a bit. Previously, before this video, I was actually on a call with somebody, and we were talking about something very interesting. I think I'm going to share some of the points that person raised with me as well. I think it's very interesting, the different thought process you can get from different individuals So when sometimes I'm speaking, guys, I'm not just speaking from my own accord. I'm speaking on the behalf of sometimes the conversations that I tend to have with people, and I tend to bring it out as well. Also, a number of you guys actually saw the podcast, the last podcast that I actually did, and you guys were very much happy to see what was being stated right there. However, I think I have to point out something to a number of individuals. Guys, when I'm doing a podcast is not an interview. An interview is where you ask questions and then the person gives the answer, and then if you find something interesting what the person's saying, then you come and ask them and then be done with it. An interview is geared towards a specific outcome. That's what I see here. Somebody sent a message. Dudley, retract his message. I'm out of Florida. Okay, big up Dudley, out of Florida. So I'm guessing you probably where's close to Florida? Louisiana? Where are you? Big up. I'm out of Florida. Okay, well, hopefully you get into Florida soon. So but yes, guys, what I was saying is the podcast is different from an interview. I know you guys were saying, Mr. Leaks, you interrupting and this kind of things there. But when you're doing a podcast, brothers and sisters, a podcast is about depth. And certain people tend to do it a bit differently. Actually learn from, before I was doing podcasts, I was learning how they tend to do it. And one of the things that they tend to do is when there's a point that is being raised, to clarify what the person is saying on an authenticity point of view, you interrupt that person. I know some people just don't get it at all when it comes on to the podcast, but sometimes you have to interrupt that person to then clarify certain things before moving forward. A number of persons were saying, I saw them on Dominica Breaking News, a number of persons were saying that he lost his trend of thought. That was not the case at all. We would talk about something, then he would go back to it because we'd put a pin into it and then go back into it. If he did, well, if there was any understanding that he would forget what he was saying, I would then bring it back to his memory. But when I'm doing the podcast, I try to get in depth into the details, because a podcast is more in depth than an interview. So I understand you guys saying certain things, and don't get me wrong, and I understand, you might not like the interruption, this kind of things there, but when he's saying certain things, I have to clarify to find out the authenticity in what he's saying right there. So Dudley, big up yourself one time. There are 30 of you guys in the building, only 6 likes, man. I don't understand how I have to be asking you guys to click the thumbs up button so much. It's free, bro. You don't have to pay for anything. Just click the thumbs up button, guys, and of course helping to push these vibrations. You don't have to, but I would appreciate if you definitely do so right there. Let me see how much minutes has gone by so we can get this ball rolling. Okay, we are 2 minutes and 54 seconds ahead of time, so let's get into the vibrations right there. Of course, as you can see on the based on the picture that we're seeing right now, there's an individual who is from my understanding, a strong Laborite individual. Yesterday, when I received a number of these videos and photos of him, I was like, who is this guy? And then I remember somebody sent probably some weeks or months ago, an individual was telling me something about a guy who's talking about certain things. And I remember seeing a video of his, and I was like, oh, it's that guy. But I wasn't really paying attention, to certain things. If a number of persons do send me videos, like they bombard me for a particular video, I would not, I would not know about it right there, because I'm doing a number of things, guys, outside of YouTube. I also have a different life. So there's a whole other aspect in that regard right there. So when I come to do these videos, guys, this is something that I'm passionate about, and I like to interact with these things to find out the premise, the depth of certain things, brothers and sisters. Live interaction reaction is just like that. But of course, brothers and sisters, let me go back to see if anybody has made a statement in that regard. Only Dudley. Okay, Dudley, big up yourself. I appreciate you for definitely giving your big ups. I appreciate it. Big up yourself one time. Big up to Florida and Auto Florida massive in that regard right there. Anyways, guys, let's take a listen to what this individual had to say right there after coming from the meeting.
Good morning, Dominica.
Good evening, sir.
Good morning, all my Facebook friends, wherever you are. This is your boy, Joseph Colette, the Labour man.
So this was after. Oh my goodness. So this was actually after, I think the day after he went to the meeting. And based on the caption of this thing, he's indicating all eyes was on Uncle Monty last night after spending 7 months in Dominica. Labour the best choice. It's safer with Labour all the time. I have no idea what he's talking about, but I know if an individual is talking about something being safer and that person is outside of that safety that they're talking about, there's a huge problem there, because he's actually outside of Dominica and engulfed in the environment and the economy of being outside of Dominica, not inside of Dominica, but he's outside saying that it's safer in Dominica, even though he's outside. That's very interesting. Anyways, brothers and sisters, let's continue. And he's eating probably some bread and bullshit by bolos. I don't know. He's in America right now.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved.
If you're singing "We shall not be moved" and you're outside of where you would not be moved, that doesn't make any sense, so.
Just like the tree that planted near the water.
We shall not
be moved. Folks, it's really patchy cloudy today in the Boogie Down Bronx, folks.
Oh, so he lives in the Bronx. Okay. So you see he's actually outside Dominica representing Labor Party. It's so crazy.
Last night I get so much compliments, you know, how Dominica make me look good. That's why I want to go back there.
Oh, you outside Dominica, but you want to go back in Dominica. Okay. I hope you will see how long it takes him to move back to Dominica.
Folks, I had a nice time last night. Everybody tell me how I looking good. Hugs. But they had some wicked witch. There are some people that don't let go nothing, folks. And no matter where they go, as they all say, put a pig in a palace, it will still be a pig. Folks, I had to dress in blue last night to go to that meeting, because if I didn't dress in blue last night, I was super blue last night. My shoes was blue. Everything was blue. I know they could put me out, like the last meeting I go to. They put my ass out. But some people was watching me boo like Lennox Linton last night. Boo self.
But well, you see people was watching it like Lennox Linton. Lennox Linton wasn't there. Was Lennox Linton there, guys? I don't think Lennox Linton was there.
Women, not the men, the women.
Oh. Okay.
There are some women that just don't want to let go, folks.
So they vex with you.
You know, be themselves. They have hate in them, you could feel it. They watch.
By the way, guys, there's how much of you guys? 55 of you guys in the building. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button for me, please. 55 of you guys in the building right now. Click the thumbs up button for me right there. Okay, guys? Doesn't take much to do. Just click the thumbs up button. I'm gonna keep reminding you guys. 57 of you guys right now. So don't forget to click the thumbs up button.
Like Coupé killing. See Coupé. If Coupé was killing last night, today we'll not have a labor man speaking to you all people.
Wait, say that again.
The people are dead.
Wait a while.
The women, not the men, the women. There are some women that just don't want to let go, folks. You know, be themselves. They have hate in them, you could feel it. They watching the Coupé like Coupé killing. See Coupé.
What is Coupé now? What is that?
Coupé was killing last night. Today we'll not have a labor man.
Now, brothers and sisters, we are about 3 minutes into this video right there. It's a 30-minute video. I don't think I'm gonna go through everything, but he's saying something very interesting and I'm pinpointing it. Hopefully he's gonna be talking about, you know, what was said at the meeting. It seems like he's sidetracking from the meeting and he's going into specific people. Keep in mind, in the beginning of the video, he was talking about people telling him that he dressed nice and he looks nice and those kind of things there. He was not talking about those people. He's focusing now on the individuals who are trying to diss him or look at him funny, which is interesting. If you go in at a meeting and people know where you stand for, obviously people will feel like you're a certain way. But there's an important point that I want to make in this. So let's continue listening to what he has to say right there.
Speaking to you all people. Them people are dead. You know? And the woman, some from Brooklyn, in last Papa Body. Folks, some of them, they want to fix Dominica, but they're fixing their life in New York.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, that's true, brothers and sisters. Sometimes when you go, I've been 49 out of the 50 states. 49 out of the 50 states. The only state I have not been is Alaska. And I would have gone Alaska as my friend was still there, but she kind of left and she's down in North Carolina right now. But Alaska is the only state I haven't been. And I can tell you I have been amongst a number of Dominicans from across the board. Most of the times that I've traveled is just like for a few hours. I used to do music back in the day in States. But I've been to a number of areas, especially New York. I personally have no idea why on earth people stay in New York. I don't get it. Back in the day, New York was enjoyable, but I just don't get it at all why people stay in New York. But I guess because you can travel up and down the place without having to worry about other people taking you places. If you go to Texas, you definitely need a vehicle for you to drive up and down, or you'll go broke paying transportation. But in New York, you can use a train, you can use a sub. Well, that's the same thing. You can get Ubers. It's kind of cheap and stuff right there. So I think that is a good thing for New York. But he's right when it comes to say that there are a number of persons who carry the Dominican mentality back to New York or back to the United States. They have the laid-back, laissez-faire attitude, and they bring it in the United States. And places that they can actually do well, they are just forming the royal donkey with themselves. So I agree with him when it comes into that sentiment right there. I see Vicky, pick up yourself one time. Why is he talking while eating? I guess he's hungry. I guess, well, that belly doesn't indicate that maybe he's hunger, man. Maybe he's a hunger or something that have him there. But let's continue to what he's saying right there. Big up Vicky one time.
People in Dominica don't live in like them. I can tell you folks, Labourman talk the truth.
Well, I can't disagree with him, but I wouldn't say everybody. Based off, it's the mentality that you are given. Not mentality you are given, the mentality that you have. When you go to certain places, if you're lazy, brothers and sisters, doesn't matter how rich that place is. If you're lazy, you will definitely be on the sidelines. This is why I always tell people you move from Dominica and you're in the United States. Actually helped out a number of persons when it comes on to understanding how the currency works in the United States and how they can elevate and certain things that they can do. I learned this thing because I was under Obama them, and they were the ones who taught us a number of things and tricks that they tend to use, that the rich folks tend to use when it comes on to utilizing money and debt and credit card and all those kind of things there. A number of persons have no idea what this is about because they are just lazy. So even if they're in Dominica, they'll be lazy. I mean, you have fruits and stuff to eat around Dominica, so it's a bit better when it comes on to Dominica because you will survive. This is why I would say to people, I don't understand how people do not, how can you say you're in Dominica and you're starving? That's kind of insane to me because Dominica supports its people. Outside of all the economic activities, the horrible economic activities, when it comes down to the sustainability factor, you can just go out there and stuff. I know people in Portsmouth who tend to go climb coconut trees, pick the coconuts, and then come and sell it to make some monies. I know people who tend to do this. I know a particular individual, that's his daily life. He does this every day. Where there's coconuts, go different places, come, gather about 10 coconuts, cut them, and come and sell them for $2, $3 in Portsmouth. And people buy that, and he's able to make something with himself and stuff. So the mentality is key, yes, true. But the economy is also key when it comes down to where you are. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you will falter and fail. So yes, I have seen what he's saying right there. People in New York and a number of places, I'm like, well, best you go back Dominica, Best you go back Dominica, not on the economic aspect because they're not utilizing the economic aspect in the United States. When you come back Dominica, you are able to eat fruits and those kind of things there, and maybe your family has houses or whatever, you can go and stay with your family. But then again, you might be a burden on your family. So that's another situation right there. So don't be lazy, brothers and sisters. This is the whole point right there.
Do Laborite, do Bagamanti. People in Dominica, with them in luxury in America, all you living better than them. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Because some of them just wake up in the morning, just to pick up what wig they put in on their head. Just take the wig fall, send it on their head, the wig stay in there for the whole day. But I was in Dominica and I see the difference between them and my people in Dominica.
But as he said that day, something comes to mind. The reason why they are able to do this in New York and be lazy, brothers and sisters, is because they can also be sustained by themselves as well. So that is a very interesting stuff right there. They are utilizing the economy that is pretty much giving them like food stamps and welfare, if they have children, this kind of things there. Well, it's kind of changed now. Donald Trump kind of changed this kind of things there. There's a number of, one of the things that the big boned people used to do, they used to utilize welfare. So they get big and they're just there and the government is supplying them with monies for them to be able to sustain themselves. No more. They're taking that out of Medicare and Medicaid, brothers and sisters. And I agree with Trump for doing that right there. There are 73 of you guys in the building. Definitely give the thumbs up right there, brothers and sisters. I would appreciate that right there. 20 likes. Come on, you guys can do much better than that. It's very simple and easy. Just click the thumbs up button for your boy, please. And of course, with that still right there, let us get back into the video.
All people in Dominica have class. Last night they make it look like Dominica is worse than Haiti.
Yeah, Dominica is worse than Haiti when it comes down to the economic standing. The reason why a number of Haitians, and I've spoken to a number of them, the reason why the Haitians come to Dominica is because of instability. Instability or instability, whatever it is, brothers and sisters, is because of the wars and all these things that are happening in Haiti, so they try their best to escape. In fact, I can then prove this to you. A number of the Haitians who came to Dominica, remember at that particular time, well, some of the Haitians left because they see Dominica hard and what have you. But anyways, when the Haitians were coming in, you know what they had to pay? They each had to pay, on top of their flight, they then had to pay $400 at the airport. Each Haitian had to pay $400 at the airport. And to the point where they didn't care if they lost that $400, because I think they gave them, 2 or 3 days for them to stay in Dominica, or 3 or 4 days for them to stay. And if they overstayed their visit, then they would lose that $400. Most of the people lost their $400, brothers and sisters, because to the point where they were the Guadeloupe and Martinique were complaining that the Haitians were coming into their country territory backdoor. There was even this scare where they were going to ban Dominicans from coming into Guadeloupe and Martinique. I'm not sure if you guys remember that time, but it was very much prevalent when it comes into that aspect right there. So even the Haitians leaving Haiti to escape the warfare and those kind of things there, to come to Dominica, and they were escaping Dominica to go to other countries, even up to St. Martin. There was a number of boatloads of Haitians that they caught around the Montserrat region right there. They came from where? Dominican. Boatloads, brothers and sisters. 30, 40, 50 Haitians, and it's not just one boat. Several boats that they were catching. So you saying that Dominica is to compare in Dominica and Haiti, Haiti's economy is up there, you know. It's just that the wealth is disproportionate. And as a result of disproportionation, as a result of the international intervention in Haiti, well, let me not go through that whole thing right there, because that's one of the things that they tell you not to talk about, especially when you're under certain people. Well, I'm not under them no more, but but you get the point. It comes to the aspect right there. Haitians live in Dominica, saying Dominica is poor. One of the things that other Haitians have told me, they indicated to me that Dominica was sold as Little Haiti, Little Miami. That's one of the things they were told, that they would also come down to Dominica and get jobs in Dominica as well. To the point where when Kempinski was there, the Haitians were protesting, stating that they were told that they would get jobs in the hotel. The Haitians were protesting in Portsmouth, brothers and sisters, some years ago, when it comes down to Kempinski. So, I mean, that says a lot, doesn't it? Jerry Nelson, good night. I am in time for class. Big up yourself one time. Let's get it, guys. Let me see some of you guys are in the building. 71, 24 likes. Click the thumbs up button for me. Brothers and sisters, I suspect all you need to remind us folks to click the thumbs up button for me right there. But big up yourself, Jerry Nelson. I appreciate you for being in the building. Let's continue.
For to hear them, in their mouths. They make it sound like Dominica worse than Haiti. Them people, they don't want to hear nothing good about Dominica, folks. That's about reason. Let them run Dominica like on their remote control.
You see, there's another point that I have to raise, brothers and sisters, and it sounds like Scared. When Lennox went, I think it was on CBS or one of the stations that he was talking about Dominica. He wasn't talking about Dominica. He was talking about the governance of Dominica, which of course we know it turns out to be very true because Dominica lost a lot of access to countries that it had visa-free access to. I think he lost about 4 or 5 of them, brothers and sisters. Even one of the countries in South America did not want to have Dominica have free visa access to it. I think it's Guatemala, brothers and sisters. When the footballers went down there, I think they were having a huge problem. They needed visas to enter Guatemala or one of the countries in South America. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? And he's talking about Dominica. No, they're not talking about Dominica. I'm sure Thomson Fontaine does not talk about Dominica. He's talking about the governance and the economy, that of which we know is not doing well at all. Dominica's economy is not doing well. Dominica is not the problem, you know. Like I indicated before earlier on in this video, Dominica's sustainability factor when it comes down to the fruits and vegetation that it offers is sustaining its people. This is why when you pass on the road, you see a number of persons doing what? Selling fruits and vegetables. People who never participated. There's a lady I know that used to work in Ross. She's out there trying to sell fruits and vegetables and she sells cake from time to time. She used to work in Ross, making good money. Now she's trying her best to survive, to support her children or kid, whatever it is. Sustainability factor as a result of fruits she was able to sell so that she can do a number of things in the place. But there's competition for that now. Because if you had 20 people back in the day selling fruits and vegetables, and now you have 50 people selling fruits and vegetables, brothers and sisters, that can be a problem. But it's a sustainability factor for yourself. Even if you're not able to sell, you can eat as well.
And some of them cannot go back. I meet one, a sacrifice, and he had more chat. The sacrifice from St. Joe, and he had more chat, you know.
It have a set of St. Joseph people. Gassa, I don't know. All of St. Joe go to New York, eh? Because I tell you, when I'm up there, I'm meeting a set of St. Joseph people. Boy.
I say in Dominica, like, there's no tomorrow, but see how we live in America. I always tell them, check all your backyard first. Check all your closet before you open all your mouth.
But on the basis of that, the economy still helps them. They might be lazy. Some might not want to utilize or go to school or whatever, not actually utilizing what the country is producing for them to go ahead. But they're just lazy and still the economy is sustaining them. The economy is sustaining them, brothers and sisters. There's a difference between economy sustaining you versus the country, Dominica itself, sustaining the people. The economy is not sustaining the Dominican people, you know. It's not. When people in bank and all those kind of high quote-unquote high career positions in Dominica trying to leave for betterment, that tells you something. There's massive brain drain taking place in Dominica. Massive brain drain. When people go, one of the things that I noticed in one of the countries, I was going to say, because them people tell me not to, this Dominicans tell me not to say it, but in one of the countries, they are literally looking for Dominicans. They are literally looking for Dominicans to come, and they hire the Dominicans above the others. Not on the basis that the Dominicans are not good upstairs, brothers and sisters, but because the Dominicans are very good upstairs, and they know that they do not want to go back to the Dominican economy. So they're working extra hard. Some of these folks working more than 12 hours a day, you know. And not on the basis that they have to, but because they have the opportunity to. There's one particular person that I met in a particular area. She told me that she has a job. She's making good money. She told me the amount of money she's making. I was like, yo, that is big. She's making good money there, but she has a second job. She has a second job because she has time to go and work a second job. And she says she can work a third one if she wants. She can work a third one. That's to tell you the kind of economic situation that is out there outside of Dominica. When people in Dominica, you work in 2 jobs and you still go in. Make that make sense for me. So Dominica has the sustainability factor of the goods and services that it produces for its people. versus the United States having the economic backing that allows people to just be lazy. Yes, they literally just remove the obesity stuff from the Medicaid and Medicare. They just remove it because these big people were just taking advantage of that system. I see a number of you guys sending some messages. Blessing from Atlanta. Mason, big up yourself. I appreciate you for being in the building right there. Mr. looking like Master Willie. Who is Mr. Master Willie now? I don't know who is Master Willie. But Ronnie's journey through Marigot. Big up yourself. Vicky saying Dominica has gone down to its lowest level. I think Dominica is beyond its lowest level. Because Dominica used to be at the top when it comes down to the Caribbean, economically standing. Brothers and sisters. We used to make like what? 120, 80 million just in agriculture alone. Dominica's agriculture has dropped to about 5 to 15 million per year. And we are an agricultural nation. St. Vincent, who is not participating in the CBI program. They are not. St. Vincent per capita when it comes down to its GDP is doing better than Antigua. And Antigua involved in CBI. Dominica involved in CBI. Dominica is the highest when it comes down to the CBI program, brothers and sisters, making up almost 50% of all sales within the 5 countries when it comes down to passport sales. Yet still Dominica is the last. Oh my goodness gracious. That is something else, eh? That is truly something else. So Dominica has gone down to its lowest. Yes, indeed. Vicky is saying she's praying every day for a wonderful Whitey Kubuli. Yes, tall is a mountain. To have a new government, brothers and sisters. It's not the country that is the problem. It's those who run in the country that is the problem. And every time you talk about their governance, they want to say, oh, it's bad. You're talking about Dominica. No, it's not Dominica. It's the governance that we know is not doing well for the people. We know this. He knows this. That's why he's in New York eating some bread and bakes or whatever he's eating there. With his big belly. Talking about he wants to come to Dominica. You come to Dominica for 7 months based on what is written right there. 7 months. You didn't stay there. You go back to say, oh, you want to come back Dominica. Why didn't you stay? It's interesting.
Before you talk, check all your closet. And they're not checking their closet at all. All the dirty laundry in their closet, they don't want to clean it before they hit on Dominica. Like it's Dominica that prevent them from winning an election. Or their party winning an election.
We all know what stops Dominica from winning an election, brothers and sisters. And I have to mention this right there. There are some people in Dominica who are working seamlessly to work against the very party that they are part of. Just for certain reasons that they want their people to rule. I don't understand how some people just... Something is really wrong with humans, man. The problem is not party. Some people say, oh, let them do something different. Thomson do something different. Do this, do... No, it's not that. We know why Dominica is losing the elections. It is as a result of the hijacking of the electoral system. This is one of the reasons why they definitely decided to put their own into thing. And this is why I agree that Delbert Paris had to resign. Because he did and said yes to the system. And I understand they say yes to a particular thing and whatever, what have you. You should have said no, because still... We are hearing about election is glooming right now. We are hearing about election is glooming right now, brothers and sisters. They're bringing on Mia Motley. They're putting up red thing. I don't know if that is the case. That's something that is glooming. It's not too far-fetched, brothers and sisters, because we had election in 2019 and then we had election in 2022. It's now 2025. It's 3 years later. It seems like election is every 3 years. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you think that election is going to happen very soon, brothers and sisters? Let me know that in the live chat right there. Let's continue.
Them people come out from bad to worse. You know? Bad to worse. They like to give people mepui. But I was waiting for them, you know, because I have their mepui for them. Because plenty of them in foreign, this les sac et mal travail. I'm telling you, they're not doing good in their life at all. But it's they that coming in meeting and running their mouths.
But it's not like they cannot do well for themselves, you know. They're just lazy. There are people working very hard in Dominica for them to get absolutely nothing. They're not feeling their way. I'm telling you, there are people working in all sorts of nice establishments, even ministry. Some of them working in ministry. They're fed up. They wouldn't come online and tell you, but they'll come and tell me, so I know they tell it. I will tell you that they're saying these things. They're fed up. People in ministry making $8,600, $8,200. Really? Gasa, best you go and sell. Best you try and get some land, take some loan, get a land and planting and try to export it because what? And sometimes these folks not even getting overtime now, boy. They're not getting overtime to make a little extra money. Gasa, helas. What a thing. I see all you saying something. Let me see what all you saying right there. Master Willie on Mr. Joe Farm. I have no idea who's that. No, Mr. Lex, you don't know. No, I have no idea. Maybe by face I know that person. Ronnie saying that primary school book with Mr. Joe Farm. Maybe I was a baby. I don't remember that. I agree he had to resign. Yes, he had to resign, man, because I understand that he brought the stuff in, but when it comes down to electoral reform, we are still back at square one. There's literally nothing that is about to change. A number of ideologies came from, and they say, yeah, sure. But if you don't have the things that is backing up the ideology to ensure that these things take root, then we are still back in square one, just like anybody before, brothers and sisters. We're talking about, well, they say, oh, yes, you can have access to state-owned media. We sure. One of the things that they wanted to put is consequence for not allowing that. And they decide, no, we allow you to use this state-owned media, but there's no consequence. So when election come now, you go to use this state-owned media and they tell you no, or they pretend like they're not getting your messages or your emails or all that stuff. They're pretending. There's no consequence, so you're still back at square one. That was the main point that I raised a few times, brothers and sisters. So yeah, he had to resign. And one of the things I never understood is how this, and don't get me wrong, hey, democratic process is reigning supreme when it comes down to this thing right there. You can go up, whoever wants to challenge and the people nominate you or whatever to go up there and great, you go up and you vie for it, and if you get it, you get it. But I find it's very interesting that he was never part of the United Workers' Party at all. He might be a supporter of it. But let's say you have to be in the system to understand the system. If that is even the right party for you, you don't know. You might be a supporter of it, but being inside of it is a different story. And now it's very clear what you did in thing that was against the very party. Another thing that I have to point out is he's mentioning, notice, he might, I don't know if he's going to talk about, what actually was being stated in the thing, but he realized he's talking about people there. He's not talking about what was being stated by Dr. Thomson Fontaine, He's talking about the people there. And I think that is a very important part, brothers and sisters, because it seems like a number of persons, and I say, even if it's United Workers' Party supporters or DLP supporters, it seems like the mentality is continuing. Because you're not saying, okay, that person is on the red side. Let us see if we can bring the person in with logic. No, you hating on the man. You calling man all kind of things. Now the man coming and say, oh, it's a five flavor, even though he escaped Dominica after spending 7 months in Dominica, he's back in New York. That doesn't tell you something. Sometimes it's the very supporters that are destroying the very party. The supporters themselves destroying the very party. There's a man in Marigot and he's just talking nonsense. The man, let me continue. Because Mr. does make me vex.
They're not doing good in their life. America is the land of opportunity.
Why isn't Dominica the land of opportunity? America is the land of opportunity, and a number of people go there and they just participate because they're lazy. They get to be sustained by the economy and nothing is happening in their lives. So the economy is sustaining them. That's to tell you America is the land of opportunity. I know America is the land of opportunity. I have seen America in its best. I have seen America in its worst as well. So I know America is the land of opportunity. A number of things people don't seem to read when it comes down to America and how to utilize what America is offering its people. I remember back in the day I used to say, don't get credit cards, because I had limited knowledge in that. Now I'm telling people, get credit cards, but don't just go spending money. You have to have a debit card that back it up. And make sure if your credit card is $3,000 or $5,000, you have about $10,000 in your debit card. So then you can build your credit. When you build your credit, things become cheaper for you. And not just that, also if you have LLCs and those kind of things, they're utilizing these things in the United States. I don't know if it works in Dominica, but utilizing LLCs in America is one of the best things you can ever do. You can just make a business, brothers and sisters. You like to clip toenails here and there and probably paint it. That's actually a thing that people tend to do. I actually have a cousin who does these things, fingernails and toenails. And she makes good money doing these things. and she has a business or LLC, you can write off a number of things. Write off self. A number of people paying mortgage and they tell them just build an LLC. Bring people in your house when you're doing a number of things. If it's wash in here, come in here, whatever. And then as a result, you can able to flip some of that money that you're paying in for your mortgage. You can put that in your business and write that off as expense. America is a place that boy magic. I tell you. Anyways, let me see what people are running. You were saying a lot of things. The primary school back. Okay, I don't know. Yes, Mr. Licks, I had to put foot away from that tear gas. I saw you running like Usain Bolt. I wasn't running. I was passing. I've faced tear gas before, brothers and sisters, but that tear gas is a bit different. I have to say that right there. I've faced tear gas a number of places already, but that one was kind of different right there. But hey, it is what it is. It's not as was burning like, anyways. Yeah, Jane, big up yourself one time. Dominica needs 10 more years. Yeah, if Dominicans want to continue in the misery, 10 more years. No, make it 20. Make Dimitri take over. It's not a kingdomship that happening now. Make Dimitri take over. Let Dominicans, if you want to suffer continuously. That's why I was saying, I said that in the podcast, brothers and sisters. How on earth do you have to tell somebody in a burning building that they need to come out from the building? They're in a burning building. They're feeling the heat. They know the house because they entered into the house, and you mean to tell me you don't know how to come out from the house and it's burning? Somebody have to come to go inside to pull you out, and you're in a house that's burning? Dominica economy is the burning factor of Dominica. And people in Dominica facing the heat because they get in a little water to drink. That is something else. Anyways, let's continue.
But if you don't have a mindset and a good mindset and ambition, you'll come out like Roy Williams, that sacre Maltavai.
I don't know who's that. But he's right. Doesn't matter where you go. If you don't have ambition, you would never make it. The problem here in Dominica is even if you have ambition, you're still not making it. You can have all the ambition you are. I know people in Dominica left. One of them is back in Dominica on holidays. No, for a particular reason. Back in Dominica, that person used to try its best to do things when it comes down to the agricultural basin. The best. Had to leave. Now the person in a much better position. Can you imagine that? Your own country doesn't look to help you. Overseas people help you. Aye. Boy, let me continue.
Folks, I always tell them I come to America and my worst enemy is poverty, and I am not going back.
You came from poverty, you came to America and you elevated yourself. Yet still, you're talking about going back to Dominica to do what? You left poverty in Dominica, you came to America and you decide you're not going back. So you work hard in America. Why didn't stay Dominica and work hard? I would like to know. By the way, guys, there's 120 of you guys in the building right now. 31 likes. That's crazy right there, brothers and sisters. Click the thumbs up button for me, please. I would appreciate that right there, guys. We're getting into these vibrations, getting hot and nice. So definitely click the thumbs up button for me right there, guys. It helps to push the videos further and further out there, especially when people are not aware of the video being published or live right now. If you click the thumbs up button, it'll help push these videos further and further. So just click the thumbs up button for me right there. And of course, let's continue.
So if they come to America, plenty of them, and it's party, they want to party, see what they want to see.
Yes. And white girls, they want to get white girls. But people are easy though. When I go to America, they say, Mr. Licks, what the white girls hunting the? I say, you see me white girls, my brother. Well, some of them don't see me. Anyways.
The only time you see them dressed nice is when they go in a SeaWorld. They'll dress all in white, all in black, all in blue, whatever.
Or when they come in Dominica. America have cheap clothes. So they just buy the cheap clothes from China. Well, China. But anyways, they just buy the cheap, nice clothes and come down, man. And they looking nice and dandy when they go back up. So I agree with the sentiment. There are some lazy Dominicans in the United States. I know I've seen a few of them, I've seen a few of them.
And that's it. But put their mind together, the ambition and their mindset together, and do something positive. They're not in that. And when you that do that, they get jealous, folks. He'd have a rugrat from Mahu. That's the 2 times I had to give a serious warning. A rugrat. A brother to talk to her. You know?
So it seems like you have beef with a lot of women, bro. That's what it seems like you're having. No, I remember he said it's safer with Labour all the time. And he noticed he's not talking about anything that Dr. Thomson Fontaine spoke about. He's talking about the people who were there. And this is why I say I have a problem for a number of the individuals out there. Because the supporters are angry with you because you support the other team. Instead of trying to reason with you. Instead of trying to say, okay, you come, okay, finally you come. Instead of being vexed with you, you come, let him listen to what is being stated right there. No, what he's talking about is your attitude towards him. That is the problem. That is what he's saying right there, guys. Notice he's not talking about anything that Dr. Thomson Fontaine is stating right there. He's talking about the people that he met there. Just like I mentioned, there are people in Marigot trying to destroy the very party that they are part of. Can you imagine that? I'm a supporter of a party because I don't like this particular person. I am vexed with that person. Trying my best to go public to destroy that person, even though that person was democratically elected. You tell him you're trying to destroy that person. For what reason? And that's the very party that you support. That is the same thing he's saying. People in the United States who support the United Workers' Party or whichever party or just the vex with the government. They are against him because he's supporting the government. Instead of they welcome him to let him listen to what is being said about it and say, thanks, we appreciate you for being here and this kind of things. That they vex with him. And you expect him to then come and talk nice things. I mean, sometimes you have to use our brain, man. Vicky is saying, well, some Dominicans are so lazy. These Sackway sorts are waiting for someone to spoon feed them. Well, apparently in the United States, they can spoon feed you. The economy helps to make you lazy. I know, I've seen it. Sometimes when I go and do different things in different places, I telling these white folks I'm not supposed to be there. I telling them I am not supposed to be there. They should be doing what I'm doing now. I literally telling them that. I telling them I'm not supposed to be here, but because they're so lazy, it's not just black people, white people lazy too, But because they're so lazy, I know I live in America, I don't have to do much. There's a girl that I know, she has rich parents, and the girl, for a lack of a better word, the girl just dumb. She's slow. She nice, she cool and everything. I told her that, my girl, you cannot be cute and be this slow. You can't. I told her that already. But she knows she doesn't have to do nothing because her parents, she's the only child of her parents, so her parents are going to pass on things to her. Because of the economy that her parents worked hard in. And then it's just passing on. But it's interesting that the great book spoke about this. You pass on riches to a fool. That fool will squander that riches. They will squander it and then become broke. Just like some basketball players who are working. There's one I saw working in Walmart as a greeter. He was an NBA player. He squandered his money. No, he's broke. Have to go and work Walmart. But at least he can go and work Walmart. Walmart making close to what doctors or around what doctors making. I think $15 an hour. I think it went up. Because I remember a particular person that was making about that. Right there. I think it went up. $15 an hour. And they can do overtime. So you're making around what doctors making in Dominica. Can you imagine that? When you change the currency, it's about that. 2,000 US is about $5,300. That's why it's so important to understand currency, brothers and sisters. When you understand currency, you say, hey, let me go online and work. When I work in online and I live in a country that makes less currency, this is why a number of persons leave the United States and go to the Philippines. There's a number of black persons doing this, even going to Africa. And they're living good lives. Buying a house for what, 40, 50,000 US dollars. Big houses in Africa. Making their children grow up there and, elevating themselves. They're working online. They're making the US dollars. But when it converts, it's converting to millions of dollars. People need to understand. Currency is very important. Let's continue.
Jasmine. You all know Jasmine from Mahu, like a hot hard thing.
Now, guys, I have no affiliations with what Mr. is saying and the people he's calling, so please do not have meaning. I was just drawing a reference to what he's actually doing. He's not talking about nothing Dr. Thomson Fontaine spoke about. To say, oh, what he's saying doesn't make sense and those kind of things. He's talking about the people and how the people treated him.
She looked like a Campeche. You know, a boy Campeche in Dominica had to cut. A woman, she don't even looking like people in America. She looking like people, even people in Fontaine living better than her. Looking nice. Girls in Fontaine looking nicer than her. The woman looking like somebody that come out under wood. As soon as the woman entered, the woman telling, put him out. That damn traitor, put him out.
You see? You see what I'm talking about, guys? Sometimes it's the very supporters that destroy the hope in a better future. The very supporters. You cannot be hating people. One of the things that I used to watch when it comes down to the democratic, not democratic, but the United States elections, is looking at how certain people were treated. And that is the same thing that I'm seeing happening. This is why it wouldn't be too far-fetched to say that some of the people who support United Workers' Party, they support the Democratic Party in the United States. And when people will come and they wear hats and they go to the Democratic Convention, they would diss these people. They would diss them, they would curse them, they would try to spit on them, all kind of things in the Democratic Convention. And when the people go over in the Republican side, wearing Democratic hat or whatever, they will welcome them. I saw this myself, you know. I was in the United States. I know what I'm talking about. They welcome these folks so that they can listen to what is going on. That is what should happen. You don't diss people because they're on the other side. You don't diss people. You might think to yourself, okay, these people might be a little slow or whatever, what you might think to you. But keep that to yourself. Let these people listen. No, you man come in or you saying kick him out. And you expect him to just, oh, let me join your side. Really? Jesus wept.
She called me Volley. But that's cool. But I feel sorry for Jasmine because Jasmine going through a group well. Brian lived.
But what is wrong with Mr. And I know this is woman, he making a beef with woman. But guys, behave yourself now, my brother. you had time to think, hey. By the way, guys, I have the United Workers' Party one, so most likely sometime, probably on Wednesday or something, I will do a live interaction with this one as well. I just decided to point this one out because I found it very interesting what he was saying, not on the merit of what is being stated, but the people that he met there. And this is why I think a number of persons need to understand that even if you don't support a particular party or those kind of things, they at least give people a chance to listen, my God.
And Brian, he take a real man. Any real man that wants to stay with Jasmine. No real man that stay with that Jasmine. She go Maho is the same thing. That's what you call Maho. And she watching the labor man and want to give me make we. He never wood, you know. It's not even Campeche, you know. You only know what's Campeche. He never wood in Dominica. Hard. Cutlass,
what is
bailing cutlass. That is Jasmine.
You see, guys, he's talking about the people that he met there. And the people trying to diss him. He was in his blue and everything. Whether he was trolling or whatever. He was there. Give the man the opportunity to listen. Not the man have to be looking at people probably trying to hate him or whatever instead of listening. That is nonsense, my God.
You know, she come.
By the way, guys, there's 130 of you guys in the building right now. 37 likes. Please, I would appreciate if you guys click the thumbs up button. Click the like button for me right there, guys. I cannot understand how a number of you guys in the building right there and you haven't clicked the thumbs up button, man. That's kind of crazy, man. Click the thumbs up button for me, guys. I would appreciate that right there. Anyways, guys, let's continue. Don't forget, it's very simple. Just click the thumbs up button for me right there.
Dominica for Carnival, she give me we buy Maho market. She see my workers, they don't even speak English, Spanish. Telling them, don't work for Mr. Sakwe Vole. He doesn't pay his workers.
Well, so if you don't pay your workers and people know you don't pay your workers, I think that's something you need to work on here. Maybe they're lying on you. I don't know, but if that is the case, I would advise you that if individuals work for you, please pay these people. Please pay these people. It's not a good thing to have a bad reputation of being a bad paymaster. If these people work for you, pay for them. Or maybe people jealous and they just saying whatever they want. And if the people are jealous saying whatever they want, stop your dirty ways. What are you lying on the man for? For what reason? To make yourself feel better? Stop it and stop it now.
A lady tell her, See, if he don't pay them, why they there with him for so long?
Exactly. Stop your dirty ways and stop lying on people because you person support the other side. You have to look at the bigger picture, my goodness gracious. Dominicans only need to wake up. Some of all you go in and you just not thinking at all.
You know? They taking out me from their self, you know, their camp and throw it on you. But I don't afraid Jasmine. She looking for my tongue.
Mister, I suspect when Mister was younger, he used to pong a lot of beef, boy. He used to pong beef.
Oh, sakwe vole, so can scare it. Says oh, can scare it cafe munsayole. You know, them people have no interest in Dominica. The people that was in that party, that meeting last night, I see them, they don't have no interest in Dominica.
That's not good.
But is that one be talking. Some of them fellas from Salisbury at Nobin, when I come in, them man boo.
You see what I'm talking
Them
about?
man don't have nothing to say. I have a little 2x4. I have a little piece of land. You know that they stay in America, they waste their time, and now they want to put who they want to run Dominica. Nothing that happening in Dominica no good for the people there. Just like Jackie girl tell me, what do you think about the crowd? I said, Jackie girl, just watch the bar. Jamaicans alone out there. And the little handful of Dominicans talking about crowd. They a little bar they said them organize. And we have to come out in the bar quick because the people want to do their business. They little $200-300 run out. So the people want to do their business. I give Thomson Fontaine a serious warning. I tell something bad now. You go inside in your meeting, I don't want to hear nothing about scary, you know.
Okay, now it seems like he's going to be getting into something. After he spent a whole 10 minutes talking about people that day, let's see if he can point out something that he would not like.
I just want you to tell us what better you're going to do for the Commonwealth of Dominica. And I with you.
So can you tell us what he said? That'll be a very interesting part. Can you tell us what he stated?
You see me? I'm super blue already. Just tell me what you're going to do better than scare it. Don't even talk about CBI dollars, money.
How can he not talk about CBI funds and dollars when the CBI funds is what will actually help and elevate Dominica? Dominica, like I indicated before earlier on, brothers and sisters, Dominica in itself has sold almost 50% of the passports out of 5 countries. Almost 50%. It's very interesting that when the European Union came down to Dominica, of course, we know about the situation that happened with the individual doing corruption or finding corruption among the in the world, and then it was linked back to Dominica. And the European Union people them came and told us only 25% was reported to have come to Dominica, or was told to the Dominican people. 25% of the CBI revenues, we were told, came to Dominica. To the point where Lennox had to come and say, hey, we shut down the place, and a number of business actually shut down the place. But Skerrit came on the radio and admitted, the man came and admitted that there are actually funds overseas that should be used for development. But all the money should have come to the Dominican funds. It's not in Dominica we're doing development now. Why is the money overseas for Dominica's development? Help me understand it. Shouldn't it come to the Dominican treasury and then be used in Dominica? That is what I'm talking about, brothers and sisters, when it comes down to the sentiment of actually utilizing and proper good governance. You saying all the money is outside there while telling the Dominican people that the monies are overseas and not for the Dominican people, and it's the birthright of the people you were selling. I doesn't understand. Sometimes, this is why I tell you guys, it has nothing to do with party. It has nothing to do with party. They know what they're targeting and they're trying to sow discord. The very supporters themselves sow discord. Because something wrong with humanity, you know. Something wrong with humanity, boy. Ronnie, let me see what Ronnie's saying. Ronnie say, Mr. Leaks, you have patience to listen to that. No, I have to. That's how you get knowledge, you know. Sometimes you have to sit down and listen to see what Mr. is saying, what the importance of what he's saying. We can always learn something from somebody, you know, brothers and sisters. It's very clear that we learn from him. And what he's indicating is not what Thomson was saying. It's the supporters and how they treated him. Well, not all of them, because he didn't care about those who treated him nicely. And I think everybody should treat him as nicely as those who treated him nicely. But apparently he focused on those who treated him badly. And then he came out now to talk about the people who treated him badly. That should tell you, brothers and sisters, something should sit with us when we say, okay, we're trying to get people to realize something better. And if you're trying to realize something better, you should not be dissing people who come to a meeting of their own free and own accord. He wasn't paid to come there. He came there to see what was being stated. As he indicated, he talked about, oh, don't talk about CBI and whatever. But we have to understand people and where they are at. That is where it's supposed to be. No, he's talking about the people who do bad.
You know, because all about that against it, all your hands all you want to put on it. I tell him that.
You see? I've heard people giving that argument, stating, oh, if United Workers Party come in, they'll do the same thing. You have no idea if they're going to be doing the same thing. You know what the present one is doing. You know he needs to go, but you don't want to put in the next one because you're fearful that the other one will do the very same thing that you don't want them to do. And the one that present is doing it. The one that is present is doing what you do not want the other team to do. So you leave the one that is present that doing what you don't want them to do because you're fearful of bringing in somebody new who will do the same thing, even though you don't know if that person will do it or not.
Just give me a little fake smile and he walk out. You see, when he started the meeting, first person name he called is me.
But you came to him, so obviously you'll have to call your name. You came to the man. It makes sense.
In everybody there, he don't call their name, but he called me name. But that's cool too. But let's go back to that caution from Maho.
You see, he's not talking about the significant point of the meeting. He's talking about the people that he met who treated him badly.
You know, she need to put her life together. I tell Jasmine, I'm not somebody, when I go to Dominica, I sleep in a nobody chair. When I go to Dominica, people don't even know if I come. People don't know when I leave.
You know why? I don't know if it's... I'm just giving my synopsis. You have made quite a bit of money in the United States, and you were able to do a number of things with that money in Dominica. Because apparently you... And I don't know your life story or whatever, but you claim... So I know a bit of what you say. You claim that you left poverty to come to the United States. You left poverty to come to the United States, and now you're going back Dominica when you want that. Nobody knows you come in Dominica or whatever, because you probably most likely build your house from the revenues that you made in a better economy. So the very thing you are stating is against the very thing that you support, brothers and sisters. It's the same merit. It's the same merit. Being against the very party. But the difference is that you support your party despite of the very poverty that you escaped from them, because you are living in a better place, and as a result of living in a better place, you probably don't want to see Dominicans elevate beyond you, because you are able to do that in a different economic environment, and as a result, you are able to now boast. You don't sound like a person that actually cares about Dominica. You sound like a person that cares about party. And I think that is the defining point in everything, not just for DLP side, but for United Workers Party side too. It's not about party. My goodness, it's about country. You know what the present team is doing. You know they're screaming at the country, so change it. No, you want to make noise because you want somebody else to be in the position. Or you vex Mr. Cumming because you don't want, you checking all his nonsense he's doing, so you don't want him to listen. Bruh, some of all you.
You know? But she want to give the labor man make way. You know, folks? Hey, hey, hey! Let's go, let's go, let's go! You just come home? Go quick, I'm waiting for you. Go quick. That caution, she come in a meeting. All of them had to say they have on them, you know. When you see going to any little thing you're going to know, you see people all well dressed. But all of them in foreign where things are so
cheap,
nice. All of them coming hard to say on them. But they want to give the labor man make with folks. Aye boy, if you say I didn't put that blue clothes on me last night, they throw my ass out, boy.
Brothers and sisters, there's 157 of you guys in the building, 43 likes. Can you guys please, I'll have to remind you guys every time here, because a number of you guys coming in, so maybe you don't know. But please click the thumbs up button for me, guys. I would appreciate that right there. Click the like button to help push these videos further and further out there, guys. I would appreciate you guys definitely doing so right there. We have a lot more to cover when it comes on to that sentiment right there, guys. So we're going to be there for probably like another hour. And then, of course, so definitely click the thumbs up button for me. I would appreciate that. Definitely, guys. Definitely do so. 159 of you guys in the building, close to 160. By the way, guys, we have reached 15,000 subscribers on BRBP TV. One of the things that I used to do back in the day, guys, and I suspect I need to post more. I suppose every day on BRBP. Every day now? I suppose at least once a week on BRBP TV, guys. I think I need to try to do this again. However, I'm more focused more on the live interactions and premieres when it comes to that. But I will try my best to see if I can post up, because YouTube likes the actual video section. And as a result, I wasn't doing this, so the subscribers went up very slow. But kudos to all the individuals who subscribe, brothers and sisters. We are above 17,000 subscribers on this year channel. By the way, guys, some of you guys go over to the Mr. Leaks vlog channel. I would appreciate if you guys do so and click subscribe to that channel, because we are close to 20,000 on the Mr. Leaks vlogs channel. I say when I do more, when I reach that 20,000, I will definitely be doing more vlogs right there. I noticed a number of you guys like the vlog that I did in Roseau. So one of the things that I might end up doing is doing more vlogs in different villages. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing there, but definitely subscribe to the Mr. Leaks vlog channel and to this channel as well. And of course, like I indicated before, guys, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, click the like button if you've not done so yet. And with that steady right there, guys. Oh, I see Jerry Nelson, Dominicans that sold the most passports and to the most wanted criminals. Yeah, Dominica has sold a lot of passports to the most wanted criminals. No doubt about it. This is why Dominica lost a lot of the visa-free access to a number of countries. They are protecting themselves. I will never forget when Skerry came out and say, hey, things are looking good for Dominica when it comes on to the restoration of the visa-free access to United Kingdom. Next day, United Kingdom posting out a warning to their citizens saying, do not go to Dominica because of this whole, what is the word? It starts with T and it ends with T and it has terror in it, brothers and sisters. Because of that, that's why they decided that they're not going to be doing that right there. Anyways, let's continue.
Because they was on me like Hawk. As for the Marcelin Edward, the Concord. The Concord and Folly.
Guys, the views expressed here are not mine. So if you go behind, don't come behind me, please.
Okay, she looking good. Her face look hard, but the body look nice, I say give her a little hug. She tell me, forget about everything. I say, I tell her, I don't hate you. I still love you, baby.
So you see, her face look hard, but the body looking nice, so you still hug her. But you come in online to say she's a volley. Guys, some of you, hey.
No, you want to give people make for politics,
I agree with him there. Why are you giving people make for politics? Politics should not be about make. Politics should be about reasoning. It should be about what is taking place. Guys, this is what is happening and that. But we so focused on partisan. We forget Dominica and politics itself. Because it's my party and my party instead of my country, brothers and sisters. If we were more focused on the country, Dominica will be far better than it is today. 100%.
Them people just say, boo-way, boo-way, boo-way. Them people don't try to win people for the party,
That is exactly my point. Although there were some people who were nice to you, but you don't concern about those people. You're concerned about those who were trying to diss you. But the whole point, and I agree with you right there, is you come into a thing. People should not be trying to diss you in something that is supposed to elevate the masses. They should not. They should allow you to sit down and talk to you. What do you think about what is going on? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? That is what they should do. Instead, they come in and be boo-way with you and all kind of crazy stuff, man. That's something else. That's truly something else, eh? Sister J, big up yourself one time. Yeah, first time getting your live. Big up yourself one time. I appreciate you being in the live, no doubt about it. Like I indicated before, if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe. When my lives come up, it tends to send a notification, especially if you're on YouTube. So definitely subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. But big up yourself, Sister J.
Them people just vex with themselves. They vex. They vex with themselves.
Mad and they vex.
But I had a nice time last night, yeah. I enjoyed myself,
What did you do? What did you do that you enjoyed yourself? That's what I want to know. What did you take? You say you enjoy yourself giving other people, receiving mapui from people and giving people mapui, or was it a Beth thing for you? Or what? Talk to me.
I was just watching the scene, but get ready yet, folks. You poke up away. United Workers Party poke up away.
Okay, so how are they not ready? Because you spent about a whole almost 15 minutes talking about other people. You mentioned Thomson, Fontaine. You say, oh, Thomson, don't talk about CBI, and that was it. I mean, come on.
Already they sent Thomson Fontaine alone. Not one of his lieutenants had come and bag him up.
You see, he's talking about lieutenant and this kind of things there. Thomson knew that he was not coming with the rest of the folks and still decided to have the meeting about. It's not about the lieutenant backing him up. What it's the whole thing you want. It's a whole campaign you wanted to for them to go. New York is I think the man just wanted to come and meet the people. I guess he was taking a trip to New York or whatever and decided, hey, let me have a Townhall meeting with the people, and decided to talk to them, set the meeting up or whatever and talk to people. The whole squad have to be there. Why the whole squad have to be there? I understand moral support or whatever, but still this whole squad have to be there. Lee Benjamin saying how he read, so I don't know how he read now. I really don't know, but it seems like he was a supporter when he was in Dominica. He left the very people he was supporting that made him poor to come to America. And I guess because he was a supporter, that is my party or whatever, maybe he's close to Skerrit or wherever. I see he take pictures with Skerrit and think thumbs up. Yeah, I know Skerrit. Oh, the Prime Minister. Oh. So maybe he decide, hey, he finally make it in America, elevating himself, have workers or whatever. And then he decide, you know, that's where he stays. Even though he knows he cannot pinpoint anything that his government is actually doing to help the people. Just I mentioned in Portsmouth today, but in Portsmouth, yeah, they have a tennis court. That is the only thing they built in 3 years, a tennis court. Absolutely nothing to elevate the people. That's why I say they're doing things to the people, not for the people. What tennis court have to do with helping the Dominican people when the Dominican people need jobs? The people in Portsmouth need jobs. They cause how much jobs to leave? They cause jobs to leave Dominica, you know. They that cause it. I think one of the problems that Clay Harbour is having when it comes down to the corresponding banks, that is what is happening. I cannot pinpoint and say this is accurate, but you cannot tell me other countries have Clay Harbour as well, you know. Other countries have Clay Harbour and it don't seem to be having any problems that Dominica are having. Correct me if I'm wrong, brothers and sisters. Tell me I lie. Other countries in the Caribbean have Clay Harbour, but they don't seem to be having that problem Dominica is having. Why? This is why I tell you it's always a good thing to look outside, not just inside Dominica. Look outside and see if you're seeing similarities of what is happening. When you're seeing gas prices going down everywhere and Dominica gas prices going up, what does that tell you? I mean, come on. That should say something after all. Ronnie's journey is saying why he went to the meeting now. I guess he probably went to take a photo with Thomson to say, look, hey, look me there. Look, I dare too.
Put in Z Lloyd as a lieutenant. He come there.
I don't think, on a personal note, I don't think he put Z there. I think maybe he told a number of people who support the United Workers Party, hey, he's coming to the United States, and probably they give the idea, hey, come and have a Townhall meeting, come and talk to the people. And it's like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I think that's what happened right there. He went up there. This is why the other folks were not with him. He was probably going to New York. I told them he's coming to New York, and they say, hey, maybe you can come and have a meeting or something, talk to the people, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And as a result, that ended up happening. He didn't, most likely didn't put a lieutenant there or not.
Yeah. Like he come there crippled. They send him back. He come there wounded self. He's a wounded soul. And then tomorrow they gonna say, boy, look at that big crowd. Wicked, they people wicked. That's why I go, you know. Because when he go Washington, he say it was successful. My friend called me from Washington, tell me, one thing that's bullshit. Don't worry, Mr. Them, you know.
But what crowd have to do is nothing now. What crowd have to do is nothing. I mean, crowd would be nice, don't get me wrong. In Dominica, United Workers Party had more crowd than the Labour Party people, you know. And the Labour Party campaigns were bringing in people by bus loads. And yet still, Labour Party still wins, so it's not necessarily on the basis of crowd. I was in a number of them, guys. I was all over the place. I was in Labour Party convention. I was in United Workers Party convention. I have the videos to prove it. This is why some of my videos were what they were actually using for the treating case. And I was the primary witness. So as soon as the Mr. Links come in, gas and they just throw the case. Hey, as soon as the Mr. Links is on that, then people just throw on the case. That's something else. Hey, Josiah Lamoth, big up yourself one time, Josiah, for being a part of this here live chat interaction, man. Mr. Leaks, the tennis court built there is not only in Posse, so technically it's not a power thing. What? Mr. Leaks, the tennis court built there is not only in Posse. Did they build more tennis courts all over the place? I only know the tennis court thing in Portsmouth, so maybe they build it in other places as well. But if you're telling me that this is not a PAREP thing, then that means the PAREP did absolutely nothing in Portsmouth at all. If you're telling me that this is not a PAREP's thing, then that means the PAREP has been in Portsmouth for almost 3 years, did absolutely nothing for the people. At least you can say there's a tennis court. And the reason why I'm saying that, because I met another Laborite who was apparently, she don't watch my videos, but she's a Laborite, and she tell me I has give her prime minister blows and what have you. But still, when I ask her what has happened in Portsmouth, she tell me, look, the tennis court thing down there. That she point to me. So if you're telling me that the tennis court is not part of the pirate thing, and Portsmouth people still supporting the Labour Party, and keep in mind, the tennis court is not nothing, no brothers and sisters. This tennis court doesn't elevate the people at all. The only benefit I see the tennis court have is maybe for people to do a little exercising. There's other big boned people in Dominica. So maybe people can just play tennis, run up and down. But when I pass in there, I doesn't see nobody there. No? In fact, they have a tennis court, and on the next side have a basketball court. But it's very interesting that they build a basketball court there. And on the next side, I have a big basketball court. So it's not to say we lack in basketball courts. You build another basketball court and a tennis court next to it for what reason? I don't know, but hey, it is. Maybe somebody can explain that to me. Let's continue.
Yes, I'm not ready yet. I tell them already, nobody gonna touch the world boss. I want all you to just watch and listen for June 1st. June 1st, I will not then be person, but I'll be there in spirit.
I personally don't think that there's any elections that are going to be called on June 1st. I see they putting a set of red thing up. It's very interesting, guys. Tune in Monday. It seems like the people are taking down the red flags or the stuff that they are put up. I got some videos of that. People taking down the red stuff, so I'll react to that tomorrow, including the whole weather situation that has happened. It's very interesting, guys. I think I'm going to touch on more points. So tune in on the Mr. Leaks reaction, guys, tomorrow, Monday. Tune in for the vibrations right there. Julieta, cutting your eyes up at someone in a hatred act. Cutting your eyes up, maybe rolling your eyes at someone in a hatred act. Okay, well, don't do it in a hatred act, or don't do it at all.
It's always safer with Labour. Labour is our best choice.
Labour is the worst thing that has happened to Dominica. Just like Biden is the worst thing that has ever happened to America, Kamala would have been even worse than Biden. I can tell you, I understand the economy very well. It's the economy that I run with, brothers and sisters. It's not what people say. It's not what you say. It's not, oh, that person that dimples. It's not that. No, brothers and sisters, I look at the economy. I look at the standing of Dominica when Dominica was to where Dominica is today. Dominica is last. How on earth you, sir, who left Dominica, escaping poverty, come to America, saying that the best thing for Dominica is the Labour Party that you support, and you're not living in the very country of the very people that you support. It's very interesting that I'm thinking of this, and I remember Skerrit. Skerrit, who was the running prime minister at that particular time. He's still running prime minister now, but was the running prime minister at that time, made his children born outside of Dominica. The sitting prime minister who wants betterment for his country, I would think that would be why you would want to become prime minister, because you want betterment for your people and for your country, made his children born overseas. so that his children can participate in an economy that is much better than the very economy that he should have elevated. Today, Dominica is the last. I remember when Reginald Austria was saying that. We have been far too long. We have been last for far too long. He was saying that while he was a minister in government and a PAL rep. We have been last for far too long, brothers and sisters. Today, Dominica is the last. I showed a map some time ago on my Mr. Lick's reaction, guys, looking at Dominica and Dominica's economy going down while all the other Caribbean islands going up. They're either going up or they're slightly going up. Dominica is the only one going up. Dominica was listed as the fastest declining economy in the entire OECS. Today, Dominica sold over almost half of... Boy, I don't understand that. Dominica sold almost half, about 45 or 47% out of the CBI revenues. Dominica sold half out of the 5 countries. And Dominica is the last. The last. Not among the last, no, brothers and sisters. Dominica is the last. But you would say, you living in America, saying that there's nothing better than labor. Labor, really? Me you telling that?
Dominica. Plenty of them I see there last night. They never go to Dominica for a long time. A handful of them go for carnival. They spend 2 days, sleep on people's chair, and tell people they was in Jungle Bay. They weren't keeping ski. You know?
But they were by the family. If I have family in different places and it's on the chair, I have to go. Why would I go to a place to play hotel for? Why? I'm not there for a long time. I'm here for a short time. Why on earth would I then pay a set of money that I can save or probably even give to my family members if I come to Dominica? Give to them. I sleep on a nice couch or a pull-out couch or whatever it is. I sleep there nice and comfortable. I'm not staying there for a whole year. I come there for 2 weeks or whatever. I sleep on the couch. I free up myself. I do what I have to do, save enough money and whatever you want, and go back. But I would understand the sentiment that if that is the case and then people come into lie and say they would Jungle Bay, I would understand your sentiment right there. And I think that is very bad. But you come down, you're like your family cater, nothing happening in Dominica economically to elevate people to say, hey, let's build another wall. So let's build another room. So when you come in, you can have a room for yourself. It's hard in Dominica. But if people want to come and say they were Jungle Bee and they were sleeping on a couch, I think that's a different story. I mean, we need to stop our dirty ways. Not true. Cat Moses, you retracted your message. Jerry Nelson, he's in red defending his party. He can say anything. Maybe they can give him money or something. I don't know. A free ticket to come down to Dominica for festival. Not true. I don't know. Sister G, Pharaoh need to let Dominica go. It's not Pharaoh that need to let Dominica go now. The people outside who are constantly voting to till the scale in Dominica need to stop their dirty ways. It's not Pharaoh. Scared has no power, you know. Scared has no power. It is the people coming to bring the misery outside that most likely some of them have, like he indicated before, so that they don't do better than them. It's the misery. So when you bring people down to till the scale, Dominicans need to rise up and say, hey, no, and it's not just that now. There are Dominicans in Dominica feeling the misery and they're still not going to vote. They're feeling it. Oh, I don't want to vote, this Skerrit will win. Thousands of people saying that if the thousands of people actually voting, it will tilt the scale. But no, they're letting Skerrit go and bring people overseas to come to Dominica to vote. And they say, why not voting? Really? It's not Pharaoh, it's not Skerrit that is the problem at all. Josiah Lamoff, it's the same as all of them. Wrong does knockout competition. They does have in the different constituencies. Yes, the court does have children training. Well, children training, well, that's good. But I'm talking economically speaking, it's no benefit for the people at all. Sister J, he has made himself a God. Jesus is still the one. Yeah, Jesus is still the one on the throne, no doubt about it. Stop your dirty ways, yes. You have to tell people stop their dirty ways. Cat Moses, long I don't see you, you know, my brother. Long I don't see you. But hey, you're back in the building. It seems them Laborite here does be what? Boucher with Kakazus. Mr. Race, yes, it does be blocked with caca. When they telling them what they're going to do for the country, clear all your ears. It's like, that's why I say we as human beings, I think we need to take example from Laborites, because Laborites have undeniable hope. Even though they face 20-25 years under the DLP, they still believe the very person that they face hope. They still have hope to do for them. They still have hope that person will do things for them. That is undeniable hope. That is the hope you should have in Jesus Christ, brothers and sisters. That is the kind of hope you should have. But Jesus Christ will actually come through. But we know that the LP is not coming through, especially when it comes down to the kind of monies that have been secretly hidden from the people. And outsiders had to come and tell Dominica what happened. All these monies are outside there. Outsiders had to come and tell Dominicans in Dominica that there's 75% more of the funds outside than inside Dominica. Very interesting.
And come back and talking about Dominica hard. Dominica this. Boy, I cannot wait to go back.
Okay, well, go back tomorrow. You cannot wait to go back? Go back tomorrow, sir. You see, sometimes it's all talk. People are talk. Oh, talk. Oh, I can't wait to go back. Let's see how long it will take you to go back and leave. Not vacation, you're talking about. To move back to Dominica. That's what I need to hear. Because I have family members who came from England, who supported the same sentiment like you. Oh, I can't wait to come to Dominica. I can't wait. One of them almost ended up dying. Thank God they could fly to Guadeloupe. And after they fly to Guadeloupe, her life was saved. You know what they did? They fly back England, brothers and sisters. The Medicare in Dominica wasn't the best that they thought. Oh, come Dominica, come. See how well that works out for you.
I'm telling you. How from them also go back now? I don't see what you they go back. I say, I'm telling you, I hear by choice, And
of course you hear by choice. You hear by choice. You're also outside of Dominica by choice. And if you know Dominica is so nice, go back. That's all you have to do. Go back. you claim Dominica nice. You stay Dominica for 7 months and you leave it though. You leave it to come back America. Move back to Dominica and come States for holiday.
Most of all you are there, I hear before you.
Do what normal people tend to do when it comes into the business world. Put somebody in charge of your business and go Dominica. So the person in charge of the business will make the monies and what have you, and you will get your massive cut while they getting salaried. They get salaried, you get the big bulk of money, and you come back Dominica. That is a smart way to do when you understand currency. Understanding currency is key. You'll make your US dollars. You have somebody handling your business. Dominica is so nice. Go back and live in Dominica. I think that'll be even better for you.
Since 1979, I hear,
1979. So you escape. No wonder you're talking. You escape Labour Party. You escaped Labour Party in 1979, you're here.
79. Hurricane David take me in Texas. So don't tell me go back. I'm here.
But I thought you say you can't wait to go back Dominica. You that say that way. Nobody forced you to say that way. I'm not saying for you to go back Dominica, my brother, but you say you can't wait to go back. Go back tomorrow. And see how well that works out.
And I still enjoy Dominica. I still come in New York and enjoy New York. Most of the Sacre Maltrava, they just working, Plenty of them I see, them days working from hand to mouth.
Yeah, that's true. But they get to work better than they would work in Dominica. And sometimes the very people don't realize where they're at. I normally tell people living in New York to leave New York, Because trust me, there's way better outside there than New York. Yes, you can go places, you can go and go on the red step and watch big building and lights and take picture. Use the Instagram model. Not true. Go and take picture, man. Go and take picture. When there's parties and those kind of things, you can go there. I know, brothers and sisters. Labor Day, I'll be there. Labor Day, I'll be there. And then I live in New York to go back when I come out. What? I only in New York when I need to be in New York. I doesn't mean New York anything, but you crazy? Casa. New York played out for me right now, boy. There's so much opportunities outside of New York, better living conditions than New York. The kind of things, one of my cousins, when I went by her in Yonkers, she was paying what, $2,700 per month for a one-bedroom house. $2,700 for a one-bedroom house. That's in Yonkers, New York. You paying $2,700 in Texas, Houston, Dallas, these places there, and you have a big house. You have a big house, and keep in mind that house is yours, because you're paying mortgage for it. You don't even have to pay all that. There's something that we learn in the business world when it comes to housing. It's sometimes much cheaper, especially if your credit is high. You have, let's say, a 700 and something, 800 credit. Sometimes when your credit is very high, brothers and sisters, and you put in you get a house on a mortgage, or you have a mortgage for a house, the amount you're paying per month is cheaper than renting an apartment, But then again, that's a whole Dominicans, or you might not know what I'm talking about right there. But the individuals from states, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, you guys have seen a lot of stuff right there. Let me see. Josiah, I honestly, hold on, let me see if I have everything. All right. Josiah Lamov, I honestly is not. I think, guys, we need to work on our English. We need to work on our English. I know we're speaking proper broken English, but we need to. I honestly is not to say is Labour is the people that run it, because if it get people that really care, it would still be Labour. Well, I mean, if I understand what you're saying, I think you're saying for those who actually care, it has to take the Laborites on the other side to actually care to till the scale. I'm guessing that's what you're saying. I agree to an extent if that's what you're saying, but there are still people who know better who are not doing better. They are still saying, I'm not voting. There are thousands upon thousands of people who say, I'm not voting. And when they say I'm not voting, the same system comes back. So yes, I agree that the Laborites also need to till the scale and say, I fed up with what is taking place in Dominica. I need to do better for me and for my children. Right now, it's for your children, no longer for you. You have to try and probably leave a mark for your children somewhere, somehow, so that they can then live and create generational wealth. There's nothing like generational wealth in Dominica at all. So the Laborites need to step up and say, hey, enough is enough. We fed up with scared. And think, even though they come and pay you money, take the money, is your money, but vote them out. But those who saying that they're not voting again, they also need to step up and vote to take out the regime that is there that's keeping them down. Hendricks, all Dominicans must understand what is taking place in every country where the Europeans gave them independence. What you will see in every country is foreigners control their economy. That's not the case. That's not the case. Sometimes the foreigners actually help you better than your own people. I know I am I am one of those. Joseph, good evening to you. I am listening from Guadeloupe. Big up the Guadeloupe Massive. You don't know Hendricks, we are all trained domestic servants who understand nothing about controlling our billions. MMC are making billions while we do happy talk. But I think the reason why that is because people might not have seen the monies. Although we hear that there are billions, but we don't really feel like the billions is ours. I think there's a psychological aspect when it comes down to humans. We need to see to say, hey, this is why they keep the monies outside of the treasury. But if we know we have billions in the bank, we need to know that we need to elevate our hospitals and fix our roads and this kind of things there. But when we're not seeing that money, even though we were told that there are billions, I think that's one of the things that Scary knows. Keep it outside of the treasury so we know that there's not much money there, so the people would not bring an uproar, so to speak. So they keep the monies outside. That is what is happening right there. So the very people who are the colonizers are not the ones who are the white man keeping us oppressed, you know. It is the very black people that keeping black people oppressed. Look at the ghettos of New York. Black people keeping black people oppressed. Then they're making noise with the white man when the white man do a number of things, while they're doing 10 times worse than what the white man is doing. It's interesting. Let me see. Joseph Alexander, good evening to you. I am listening from, okay, I saw this. Ray Chris, big up yourself one time. When the mindset of the people change, maybe then the government will change. No. When the mindset, oh yes, I agree with you. When the mindset of the people change, maybe then the government will change. That kind of brings me back to the understanding of what Professor Lumumba stated. He said, the people get what they truly deserve. And I agree that statement 100% because I'm sitting in Dominica. Those who know better, not doing better. They know better, but they're not doing better. Those who don't know better are going on CO because they say what they want. The people get what they truly deserve. I agree that statement right there. The DLP capitalizes on the ignorance of the people. Yep, that's why I mentioned about the monies overseas they need to see, but they're not seeing it. So hey, it's not there. There are too many lies on record and the evidence in our faces. That's one of the problems that I have. When the evidence is clear, the evidence is absolute. It's absolute, brothers and sisters. There's no denying of what is taking place. When you look at all the statistics in Dominica, Dominica has raised the most amount of monies when it comes down to the CBI funds, but yet still it's the poorest. St. Vincent is not doing anything with CBI, yet still it is above Antigua. Right there when it comes down to a per capita reading. I'm not just saying things for saying sake, I know the evidence that is there. Just like when they claim that Dominica is 70,000 people. Dominica is not 70,000 people. Apparently, when you look at the worldometer, it indicates that Dominica is about 65,000 people. It has dropped. And it's very clear that it is dropping. So when they come and claim Dominica is 70,000 people, that's a lie. Dominica's population is 65,000. Hendricks, Ishmael. Okay, let me just continue a little bit and then I'll get back to more of the comments.
Hand to mouth. But it's they that want to talk more shit about Dominica. They make it.
Before I continue, guys, there's 180 of you guys in the building right now. I would appreciate, if you guys click the thumbs up button for me as well. Also, if you guys want to leave a super chat or something of that sort to support the channel, you can always send a super chat, brothers and sisters. And of course, whatever message you want to send up will also pop up. And of course, individuals will get to see it right there. So definitely, if you want to support the channel, leave a super chat. But I would also appreciate that you guys definitely click the thumbs up button for me right there, guys. It helps to push these videos further and further. This is why we are 170. What is it, 180? 180 people right now, brothers and sisters. Click the thumbs up button for me. If 180 of you guys click the thumbs up button, I sure will probably be like 300 or 400 people right now. You guys click the thumbs up button for me. I would appreciate that right there.
Dominica worse than Haiti. I see them woman. Them old hardback woman. See them?
It's the
I hate to see when people like that bringing down that beautiful Dominica. As if it's Dominica make them go overseas.
Yeah, but you're saying it wrong, sir. It is not people talking about Dominique. People are talking about the leadership of Dominica. It's clear that the leadership has screwed up. What? What has it done? It has screwed up the economy of Dominica. And as a result, when people are talking about the economy, not Dominique, like I indicated before, Dominique sustains its people, whereas in the United States, the economy sustains its people. Two massively different. Thank God we have a sustainability factor of Dominica, where Dominica is able to produce fruits and all those kind of things there, so people can survive. There's a sustainability factor, and of course, going on mountains and going in rivers and so forth and so forth. I know a particular guy, he's not, the best of the best, brothers and sisters. He's able to buy his soap when he needs to buy soap, and he goes in the river because he doesn't have water in his house. He goes in the river and bathes himself. Whether he does it twice a week or whatever, 3 times a week, I see him carrying his bath wheel back and forth, and he goes and bathes himself. Yes, he goes and bathes himself, brothers and sisters, because thank God for the rivers. But there's another aspect when you talk about the rivers drying up, you will say that I talking bad about Dominica. The rivers are drying up. Last week, in the next 10 years, brothers and sisters, Dominica faced a drought already, Dominica had a drought scare. Last week, 365 rivers, we had drought scare. And we talk about, it's climate thing. No, brothers and sisters, we're not taking care of what we have. We're not building back trees to prevent evaporation from happening. We're not creating dams that can also create hydroelectricity that can stop the people to ensure that they have more monies coming in their hands. We have government telling about geothermal, and the only understanding for geothermal is for us to try to export electricity outside of Dominica. When we're supposed to look at our people first. Can you imagine, brothers and sisters, if you're paying a fixed price of, let's say, $75 a month? Everybody paying $75 a month just for maintenance. We build the dams and everything like that, and we organize this. Brothers and sisters, you know how much money people have to do things? And they'll start, what will start growing when it comes down to business? You know what will happen? We'll start having spending power, brothers and sisters, so at least facilitating entrepreneurship. I know the government talks about entrepreneurship all the time. Entrepreneurship in Dominica will never work if the people in Dominica do not have spending power. And the reason why Dominica doesn't have spending power because the government put in all sorts of extra fees. Look, I just read a letter the other day on the Miss Lick's reaction, guys, talking about a business saying, hey, we understand that certain things need to happen for the OASCO and whatever. And then government come and say, oh, that was a mistake or whatever. And it's still happening today. Sister J, big up yourself. I appreciate you for the super chat right there. Much appreciations, guys. And of course, like Sister J, guys, you guys can definitely leave a super chat as well. Of course, it pops up just like this. But I appreciate you definitely showing support for the vibrations. Like I indicated before, guys, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. There's 179. I think there's 180 of you guys. There's 63 of you guys in the building. There's 63 thumbs up. Click the thumbs up button to help push these videos further and further there. Let me just read some of the comments again. Okay. When the mindset, Chris is saying, when the mindset of the people change, maybe then the government, okay, I read this one already. Hendricks says, after the British left, how many natives have become millionaires under Roosevelt? Scary. It's not the British that is the fault of this, It's scary that is the fault for destroying the economy. So when we're talking about Skerritt's bad leadership. And as a result of the bad leadership, there will not be millionaires making in Dominica. However, when it comes down to the millionaires, there have been millionaires that have been created. And it seems like these millionaires have been created under the Skerritt's cabal. Not the people utilizing the economy to elevate themselves on a capitalistic mind frame. No. It is a government that has decided to enrich themselves right there. Hendricks is always saying the young man is brainless. He should be the one building the airport, making billions like the Lebanese gangs called MMC. Now, can you imagine, brothers and sisters, Dominica has the talent. And you might say, actually, I had this conversation with a trucker. If you guys go on the BRBP TV and you scroll down, look for the trucker, look at that podcast right there. I was talking to him, and he made an important point. He's saying, okay, the government said that the trucks that the truckers driving cannot be conducive for these things. But he's saying, well, if the government really cares about the people can then decide they want to write a quota or something, and they can give it to the bank to go and take a loan so they can buy the trucks because there's business there. You have business there, which means that the truckers will be able to pay back those loans for the new trucks that they will buy. The new trucks that they'll buy will also be able to do a number of things in the area, but they will give the people the ability for them to be able to go present the thing to the bank so they can get the loan from the bank, buy the trucks, and they utilize the trucks in the project. No, the government bypass all this, bringing people in their trucks and coming to Dominica and then giving the trucks. The trucks had to beg. Brothers and sisters, can you imagine? The truckers had to beg. And sometimes it's only 2 loads they get in per week. I met a trucker that tell me that, guys. A trucker told me, I said, but are you making plenty money and this kind of thing? Is it plenty money? What you talking about? That's at 2 loads we get in a week. 2 loads. So if I do my 2 loads and the next truck get in there 2 loads to do, and that's it. While the Chinese themselves doing their own thing with their own trucks going back and forth. And we don't know what happened in, brothers and sisters. We know there's copper in but that's a whole other story right there. Let me just continue a bit and I'll continue.
And most of the Malta, by the way, living paycheck to paycheck. And people in Dominica doing better than them.
Dominicans living paycheck to paycheck. How much Dominicans build in their own houses? I know a partner right now, he's been building his house for the past, 7-8 years? He's been building his house 7-8 years. And that guy, he went overseas to do something, so he was able to start his house. How many young people can say they build in a house to thing? How many? We hear the government come in and talk about, oh, we'll build house for the entrepreneurs. And then they compare what was happening. I think it's Guyana or Trinidad, one of these places there. These houses in Guyana and Trinidad for $40,000. I think they will build for $20,000, so they're making a little profit. Dominica come in and sell probably the same houses for $200,000. And there's not an economic atmosphere in Dominica. Gasa, let's continue. Eh?
I can tell you, people in Dominica are doing better than them. They have to work 2-3 jobs to pay their rent. Most of them don't own nothing in America. And what they own in America right now, plenty of their head scratching them.
Because they're lazy. They say in abundance of water, the fool is thirsty, you know. That means they are fools. That in the abundance of water, they are still thirsty. So they can be working all mediocre job, not doing what needs to be done. That's how all my friends in the United States, every single one of them. Oh. And I know where they came from. Every single one of them, those who are from Dominica, every single one of them has elevated far beyond their wildest dreams. Far. I think of one particular person in Texas. The boy showed me some of the things that he was doing. I even helped him out with understanding because I used some of the knowledge that I was taught from under Obama them to tell him what to do. But he showed me his plans and those kind of things, and I was proud of Mr. Because I know where he came from. I know where that boy come from. Yes, So I know when people leave and they actually want to work and elevate themselves. He could never do that in Dominica. Never. There are people working hard in Dominica. Not seeing nothing working for them. People going in states and they forming the royal with themselves. So I agree with him that there are people in states working royal donkeys with themselves. Not taking use of their potentials and the abilities that they have. That of which Dominica doesn't have.
Because mortgages are high. It's not easy.
That's why you make your US dollars and you build a house in Dominica. Because when you build your house in Dominica, what? I know a particular person I used to work with. Her people them lives overseas, not in the United States. I just saying overseas, not to give people information out there. I know this lady working hard, trying to see how she can pay her little house that she built. One of her family members called her to come and live with her for a little bit. She said, well, she have to work, she have to think, she have this mortgage or whatever to pay. Her family member overseas, they say, how much remaining on your loan? She says she had this amount remaining. A good amount, you know. The family is sending money down to Dominica and clear the loan for the lady. She cleared for her. You see how easy it is when you go to America, you can come down to Dominica and build your house. Because it converts. You make $50,000, you say for $50,000 you can come and build a house in Dominica, you know. I didn't say buy a house, you know, you can build a house in Dominica. $50,000 what? It's about 160,000. Give or take, brothers and sisters, about 160,000 EC dollars.
And Dominicans sleeping better than them with the liquor they have. You know?
Sometimes it's the very people overseas that's sending money for the people in Dominica, you know, for them to live better. Because the monies that they're sending on will almost triple in Dominica. You need a bed, you need this, you need that. If you understand currency, brothers and sisters, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The people in states sending monies for the people in Dominica, and you claiming that Dominicans are living better when the people of overseas that are actually sending monies for people in Dominica. I know a particular girl who is sustaining her entire family in Dominica. And she in the Caribbean. She's sustaining her entire family in Dominica. Doesn't that tell you something? Her family is dependent on her. She left Dominica, organized herself. And her entire family is being sustained by that girl right there. So when you see people doing things, you'll say, oh, if everything fine and dandy when it's all overseas, that's sending help for them. You forget that part, not true?
I was waiting for Thomson Fontaine, you know, I know they was going to put me out. Because I tell him, you see, you call Skerritt name in your bullshit. It's out all you put in me. We don't want to hear about Skerritt. We just want to hear what You have to be done. What your plans for Dominica? That is what I tell him.
And the reason why I'm playing this video first, guys, because I'll be doing the reaction of what Thomson say. So I will see if what he's saying, like making it seem like Thomson didn't talk about nothing. Okay? He talk about people that giving him mapui.
I want to hear your plan. You know, for 20 something years, Linton been singing that same song. Sing a different calypso. Don't come with your bullshit. Sing a different calypso.
But you heard what he said. So aren't you going to say what he spoke about? I'm sure you're going to go back to the people that was dissing him.
Let us know what's your plan. Come with a different strategy. Don't come with Linton same bullshit. You know?
But if the plan is to elevate agriculture, and Dominica is an agricultural nation, and Thomson was actually here with me, and I talk about a number of plans, and I think some of the plans that they have, well, all of them are pretty exceptional, no doubt about it. Especially understanding that they're trying to get, and I think from my understanding, trying to reverse what the DLP government did with Clay Harbour and a number of businesses that wanted to actually pay. Can you imagine Red Cross and a number of persons came down to Dominica, not to say they're saying there to provide jobs, and they wanted to pay the Dominican people in US dollars, and they tell them no. But hey, they wanted to pay the people in US dollars, so that the people have a better standing of either building their homes fast or getting materials or those kind of things, and they tell them no, so they're paying them in EC dollars.
But one thing I like about
tell you. So I think one of the things that Thomson is definitely going to be doing is actually utilizing the US dollars. Yes, come, bring the US, pay the people in US dollars so you have more money circulating to do things. More spending power then will create entrepreneurship abilities because the people have the spending power.
Fontaine will smile, but Lennox Linton don't smile. Lennox Linton.
What are you talking about smiling? What's smiling have to do with nothing? Scared smiling every day and look at how the economy going down. The economy is just dead.
Boué, all where he go.
You talking about Boué? He's smiling. That does help the economy, no? Mister.
Boué straight and talking big grammar. Talking big grammar, you don't even understand it. You know, you have to go for a dictionary so you can understand what Lennox Linton talking about.
Really? Let me read some of the comments, man. Josiah Lamov, yes, we come back tomorrow. Come back, we waiting. Not tomorrow. Now you're doing the reaction. On Wednesday, I'm doing the reaction. Oh, I think I missed some. This young man is brainless. He should be one of the building airport making billions. Okay. Jackie, Francis, big up to you. Enjoying the live. Jackie, I appreciate you for being in the building as well. Big up yourself one time, no doubt about it. Josiah saying, yes, come back to, well, I indicated it's Wednesday. I'm going to be doing the reaction for this one right there, guys. So we're gonna see if what he's saying makes any sense or he's just talking, because it seems like Thomson didn't say nothing. Thomson didn't say nothing at all. Hendricks, rather domestic servants that have to beg foreigners for a job in Dominica. That is happening here. That is as a result of the very government. When the Dominicans have to beg the people that the government has brought into Dominica for a job. And it's very interesting. Just when I did the podcast with the Guai, with the man, the white Rasta, known as Guai, when I did the reaction with him, he indicated that the foreigners are telling him, who is a citizen of Dominica, where his land is. Can you imagine that? Foreigners coming out from overseas and telling you where your land is and where it's not. Gasa, if you try that with me. Oh Lord, I raised on a different cloth, man. Anyways, but wait a while. I'm Josiah saying hold on, I see Hendrik is saying something. The Western education we are getting are not training us to make millions. It is not that is the problem, no? It's the people in charge. The people in charge are not enabling the people to be truly elevating of what Dominica has. And if we are not elevating on what Dominica has, what will happen? They will be exploited, and they will be exploited by the foreigners. This is one of the reasons why we mentioned about copper in the Marigot Wesley region. There's copper there. And for some reason or the other, we're seeing trucks passing with sand and all this kind of. Where they going with the sand? It's not Marigot. Where they going with the sand? Where they taking the sand to go? Well, you don't see trucks passing with sand. No. I saw one today. I saw one today. Going in sand. I check about we go in the wrong direction. It's not so the airport meter where you going. Anyways, who knows? Josiah Lamoff, but wait a while, Mr. Living and working in New York for years, yeah, 1979. It's like he's still singing for his supper, something do right. 1979. Yeah, he live in New York. He's so like Dominica. Since 1979, he in New York. But you're talking about Dominica is that's something people just want to say whatever they want, man. Ray Chris is a Laborites viewing, they won't like the video. That's a business to me. I don't care who like video and don't like video, no guys. That has nothing to do with me. I'll tell it like it is. 1979 since PM Mamu. What he talking about? Yeah, 1979. Anyways, guys, let's continue for a little bit more.
But Thomson Fontaine speak a little more simple where you can understand it. But Lennox Linton send you a dictionary. That's Boom there alongside Boom Boom, the girl from Florida. Who I really want you, you know.
Seriously?
Yes, boy. The girl from Florida called me last night. What? Tell me about your number. I tell her I have to ask you first.
Okay, that have nothing to do.
Before I give you
what
you want for the step, so I have to go pick it up today. Go and get the tiles in Home Depot, but I want to finish once. You know, it's not easy, and things are good with me, but I can still, you know, it's not easy. You know.
The boy said the talk.
I was waiting for them to stop me. They just give me mepui. They gave me mepui last night, but I don't give a shit about the mepui.
You see, guys, that's all he's talking about. The mepui that people give him. And I agree with him that they shouldn't be giving you mepui. They should not do that. They're wrong for that. 100% wrong for that.
Because the people that give me mepui have more mepui than me.
They can't stop me.
They can't stop me. Even the leader. I'll show you pictures.
You take a picture?
Yes, man.
He's a Jamaican.
You're so fuck up in the man.
The man have me. Scary
He's a
kid.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
Tell us what you want to do better than scary. Mr. Call police for me.
Panyo?
Yeah, Mr. Call police. Is that a crazy man you like parking his?
Oh.
Yeah. Look a crazy partner over there.
You park I drive here?
Yes, I park his driveway. Call police. For you to see. What's up, big boy?
What you say, boss? So you can't vex you there.
This work you will drink.
Alright.
I guess that's one of his workers.
Hey, Jay, we have 2 boxes of tiles in the look hands. I
Yes,
don't
I
want
wish-
I don't want to shake my hands, you know.
Well,
Yes.
then we are there. Alright.
Celeste come there, you know.
When?
In the meeting.
So let's come there?
Celeste was there.
Because when me come home since yesterday, me see my saying what he say I go up the road and come back.
He was there.
Why you talking
for them, you know, Jimmy?
Why are you talking to a Jamaican? Guys, I'm so confused. I myself trying to figure out if that's a Dominican. So from my analysis, brothers and sisters, it seems like he's been talking bad about Dominica. And there are certain people that is in his vicinity. Not Dominica, you know, but people from Dominica around the area. That's what it looks like. He's talking bad about the people that apparently don't support the same party that he's for. Probably that's why people are mad with him. But still, I agree. I still on his side when it comes down to him coming to the meeting and people trying to diss him. They shouldn't do that. They're wrong 100% for that.
For him to put their mouth on me. For him to dread them. He'd have one I tried.
So it seemed like he went to the meeting for him to pong Beth. He went to the meeting to pong Beth. that's what it seemed like he did.
To shake his hands. I don't want to shake my hands, you know.
Oh, he's talking about one of the people. I thought he was talking about Lennox not shaking his hand because I see a picture, you know, with them. So he's talking about one of these people. So he's probably talking bad about the Dominicans there to his workers or to the people there. And then as a result, he most likely is familiar with some of the people there, and then he's saying, hey, he was there too, and you know, he giving them talk. So I was trying to find the connection between him, the Jamaican partner, and what was taking place in the meeting. That would make any sense, but it seems like he's talking to him, the Jamaican partner, about other Dominicans that are there.
Girl? Yes.
Then we are
yes. So them people be here.
See? He actually proved my point right there. So that's interesting. Ronnie saying, Mr. Self-Goodwe. Yeah, Mr. is an interesting fella. Mr. Leaks, let me go do his potty. What? Mr. Let me go do his potty and earn his living. I guess his vibes and thing. Josiah saying, Dominicans not living from paycheck to paycheck. Dominicans living from paycheck to red clinic. Yeah, I agree. Josiah, you 100% on that. And not just paycheck to red clinic, but paycheck to the very people in the United States that's sending them monies, or people in the UK that's sending them monies. They're getting a lot of help from their family members overseas. This is one of the things I always tell people, hey, send your children overseas so they can get a better education and elevate themselves, create career paths, so that when they elevate, whatever struggle you have to go through to send them so when they elevate, they can then send monies back in an economy that is actually conducive back to Dominica to actually help you. If these people are getting paid, I know a girl that's making about $20-something thousand. She's making 5 figures. And she can definitely help her people, her family in Dominica. She's from Dominica. Making good money where she is. So that's to tell you that the possibility factor is very much clear. So when people saying, oh, people not going in Dominica, that's because they're getting help from Scary. They get from Scary giving them monies and this kind of things there, and they're getting help, or they're getting help from their family members overseas. He apparently seems to forget that part right there. Yeah, so Red Clinic to paycheck. Juliet, his criticism is all about people, yeah, that are not good at all. He can't even explain properly. Juliet Coffee is saying that's unruly calling people's name. Nia Michelle, big up yourself one time. When he himself talking about he went there to make a scene, he doesn't realize he actually saying who is the ones that actually like Mepui. But he clearly likes Mepui because it seems like that's what he went for. Because he just tell the Jamaican partner he was waiting for them. So he went there, not to listen to what Thomson was saying, but he went there to make a scene. Nia is also saying he find Dominicans do have a right to complain. He calling his own people ashas, greedy, yet still he left Dominica. He left Dominica since 1979. Dominica so nice. He can't wait to come back Dominica. 1979. Set up business. Now we're talking to Jamaican people about Dominica, but he want to come back Dominica. You think people can fool me? I telling people leave Dominica and go overseas to better themselves. I telling people so that when they go on the elevator and stand with themselves, they can then contribute back. When I left and I understood what was the whole situation, thank God I was under the President of the United States, so I understood the whole vibes and I was able to help quite a number of people. Quite a number of people, brothers and sisters. So, I know what I said, you know, brothers and sisters. I know what I said. Anyways, Jamaican, yeah. Nia, Dominica so good, he decided to leave the good time behind and go US. Yes, and have business, all those kind of things they're talking about. You want to go back. Since 1979, your party come in power since what, 2000? Your party in power since 2000. You come Dominica for 7 months and you left. And you talking about you want to go back Dominica. I see. You will fool some people, not all the time, no? That guy is a jack donkey. A royal donkey, I just call him. John, big up yourself. Nia is saying he would not see what was said. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I listened to the whole thing for me to figure out what he would disagree with Thomson with, but it seems like it's a bear he called for. He just making his videos to run because he do glad he didn't make the scene he wanted to make at the meeting. So he go and make a video so he can rant. It seems so. Nia is also saying he left poverty and he not going back. But he do want anybody else to express that sentiment. Just he alone. Yeah, some people like to think about themselves. and he's showing that he has workers and those kind of things. Hey, if you're proud about you, do big up yourself. But when people frustrated and don't come and say, oh, Dominica's so nice, and you're living overseas, 1979 living overseas and talking about you want to go back. Who you telling that? Me? Stop your dirty ways. See some people here. Josiah Lamov, nothing to do with us. That girl talk. Have nothing with us. John, that guy is a jack donkey. You see that already. Juanita Prince, pick up yourself one time, is stating 45 years and he still have on that shirt. Yeah, a hypocrite. He said that's what you call a Dominican hypocrite. You say you love Dominica so much, 1979, your people them come in power for you to go back. Not your people in power now. Go back and meet your people in power. No, you still in New York. Talking about you make yourself and all those kind of things there. Well, go Dominica and make yourself. Go Dominica. You see how interesting it is? Very.
You know, come to say monkey vet me at put there. But what burning me there, if this time had something in Dominica, I can understand. Them man don't have nothing in Dominica, you know. Yes, nothing. In Dominica, nothing. You know?
So I was right when I say he's talking bad about the Dominicans to the Jamaican people. To his Jamaica workers or associates, whoever are there. You can clearly see because he mentioned in him that person was there. So is a mapui that there, brothers and sisters. Is a big mapui. Guys, I'm just going to finish the rest of this thing, guys. But don't forget to click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate you guys definitely doing so right there. Click the thumbs up button. Big up yourself, Sister J, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate the support in that regard right there. Of course, if anybody else want to send a super chat, I would appreciate you guys definitely doing so in that regard. There's 154 of you guys in the building. Only 66 likes. Come on, I know none of you guys have to go and sleep. The people from UK, I'm so sorry. I tried to start it early, but you know, it is what it is. So big up all the UK Massive and all the Canadian, and there's Canadian Massive in there as well. The UK Massive, big up yourself for all those who were part of this year vibes. I know you guys have to work tomorrow is Monday, so you have to work. Sometimes there was actually one person that was from UK and stayed the whole chat. I think I edited like minutes to 11. And that person stayed up. It was like probably minutes past 3 or minutes to 4, something of that sort. And I just appreciate all of Miss Lick's family for doing it. So guys, I'm so sorry, but let's continue.
America.
Let me run the rest of this thing.
They just they live in, but it's they that more uptight with people. Your partner here.
The man don't understand what you're saying then, huh?
And it's they that uptight want ready to give you mepui.
You're good now, man.
A girl attacked me and I put her in a place. She just disappear. Yeah? Yes, man, a rug rat. I'm a horror. I tell you, woman, your man leave you for a younger woman.
So you say,
huh?
That girl yesterday, I get her phone and get her.
I'll give you her number, man. She tell me she do me too. I ask about me, but she tell me she do me too well. And hear what she tell me. Oh, your daughter is my good friend. She from Texas.
No, she...
Yes, don't worry, I'll hook you up with her, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I reach on my project now, folks. I'll talk to you all. One love, Zoja Connect. You'll see me on the next slide, folks. Nou jala nou ke wete, anye pa ka touche nou. June the 1st is going to be action, folks.
So you talk. So we there trying to listen to what you have to say about the meeting. And the only thing you had to say about the meeting is about who give you mepui and who you go and give mepui to. Then you go and talk to a Jamaican partner, which apparently knows exactly what you're talking about. It seems like, you know, based off the interaction, and I'm guessing, you know, in his interaction with you, I mean, you've been there since 1979, so he knows some of the lingo that you're spewing. He actually understood that, which means that you have been talking bad to him about other Dominicans. So that says a lot, doesn't it? Context clues is key, you know, guys. Tell me I'm wrong.
Man said June the 1st is going to be action.
It's going to be action at the Double Bios Savannah, folks.
There's no action that's gonna be happening. Me and Motley come and talk. Like I stated before, I don't think there's gonna be no elections saying they're gonna be calling. But if they do, I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't think that is the case at all. Everyday handyman Ottawa. Big up yourself. I guess you from Canada. Good night all. He's stating right there. Or she's saying he. Kudos to you, Mr. Lix. Keep up the good job. The resilience of the people is what keep Dominicans and Dominica afloat. Dominica will overcome. There is only one truth. Everybody can see it. I think Dominicans see the truth. There's one thing when you see the truth. There's a difference when you're taking an action on the truth that you are seeing. Because there are people who know better and not doing better at all. Just like sometimes when I'm talking to certain people, they'll say, I know that way. So asking them, well, if you know that, why doesn't do it? I don't know. But you know. So there are people who know better and see the truth and still have no care about the truth. No care about doing anything about what they know is true. So that is my problem with people right there. Julieta is stating, you're right, Mr. Lix, about him. He too both stand out of order telling people about their clothing or wrinkles. Well, why you don't give them a job? That's true. Why you don't give them a job and help them? You know, I would only start dissing people if I tell them something to do. I mean, I wouldn't diss people, but there will be a right for me to diss people. If you tell me I have a problem and I'm trying to help you and you're just not listening to what I have to tell you and then you're still complaining. That is the big problem as our brothers and sisters. A number of persons tend to do that. They have a problem. This is why even JD had the song, Don't Complain. Don't complain. Huh? You know the problem. You see that there's a problem. You know what you need to do to stop the problem. But you're not doing nothing. You're just complaining. And it seems like that is what he's doing. Complaining. But he doesn't want to help the very people out. You there since 1979, my boy. Talking about you love Dominica so much and it's New York you stay. Huh? On your people them there. You come Dominica for 7 months. You know you go back. Why didn't stay for you? That is truly something.
We're going to show them how to roll a rally. With my glasses here. You know some girls tell me last night I look cute.
Gassa. Even he had to laugh that.
No.
But which girl that tell you look cute? Why do you talk about those girls that tell you look cute? Huh? Why you talk about those that was trying to fight you because you probably make them vex? It's very easy when you see people talking. It's very easy to understand the kind of life that the person is, on the basis of what they speak. You're probably talking back to those people, probably dissing them or whatever behind closed doors. You go to things. So they vex with you because you create that atmosphere. But I still blaming the very people that were talking bad to you because you did not come there. Well, I wouldn't say you come there for that because it seems like that's what you come for. You come for Roro. But the people themselves should have not adhered to what you wanted. They should have been nice to you, even though they're saying certain things. This is where maturity comes in. This is where you understand certain people have certain mannerisms and you don't want them to sing, so you treat them good and those kind of things. They ask them questions. If they decide to try to diss you or whatever, you leave them alone. That's what you should do. But then you help facilitate, you put fire, you put wood for the fire, and now he's able to go and talk the nonsense he's talking, even though that's what he actually went for.
Two women call me handsome, Monty looking nice. It's inside there. You see?
That's why you sure you're looking nice? You sure? You Yes, sir. Let me read some of the comments, guys. We're almost over, we're almost over, so don't read. Where was I? Joseph, he has a house in Lubia up to now it cannot be repaired. His wife, what street is so bad under him? What? I'm guessing you're saying he has a house of Lubia that apparently is not repaired yet. And I don't understand the rest of what you're saying. Ronnie is saying 80 years and he's still working. Well, I mean, I know doctors that are older than that and were working in Ross. So sometimes people just like to work because that's innate in them, so that's not a problem. He's a Labour Party man, so there is nothing good he will say about UWP. I understand that, but at the same time, I don't think that the supporters who were there should have given him any ammunition at all for him to be able to talk the nonsense he's talking. Even though he went there to probably try some Roro and got good results for some people and bad results for some others, I don't think that the people who were there should have given him any sort of ammunition at all. So, up to Kenny saying, St. Martin in building. Big up St. Martin massive. I appreciate you guys for definitely doing. Man, I should have, man. Anyways, let me leave that alone. It was kind of late. When it comes on to St. Martin, it was kind of late for me to come. I was coming up this year, guys, but the organizations and stuff happened last minute. Just like St. Lucia. They send me the stuff Monday for Monday. The lady sent me this stuff at 7:30. Tell me, send my passport details and those kind of things there. That was around 7:33. And, obviously I was up or whatever. And I woke up like after 2. So I ended up missing that whole vibe right there. But she told me next year they'll organize that. So hopefully things will be better in that regard right there. Hendrix is saying every 5 years, if a people can be bought with a bottle of rum and a few $100s, while MMC is making millions, you don't think it's insanity? Yes. Insanity itself is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And you've seen Dominicans, Laborites, keep voting over and over and over and over and over and over, expecting a different result. And every time they vote again, expecting a different result, they complain for the rest 4 years. They complaining. Things hard and they come in and beg you and all kind of thing there. Things hard. Hoping for their family members to send stuff for them from overseas so you can at least have some, what they calling those clothes again? Shin clothes for them to wear. So they can go on party. Not true. That's how it is sometimes, Papa. Yeah, Josiah, myself, I can't stay here all night because I'm on graveyard shifts. I appreciate you for being in the building, Josiah. Big up yourself. I'm almost over in like the next 5 minutes. I'm going to be gone. So, yes, guys. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that right there, guys. Click the thumbs up button for me. I would appreciate that, guys. Of course. Let's just continue before I read the rest.
That was my last job I do to go to Dominica,
This one, you tell me.
I paint this house and I paint this house.
So you paint that?
Look the time.
Painting is plenty money, guys. Don't fool yourself. Painting is plenty money.
Look the box. Look there he put it.
That look like Queens, eh? Guys, I tell you, I myself, I can't do that to myself again.
Right.
So you have to say tile.
No, he have a tile. He put one inside, but he said
I myself, I do like New York, no boy. What? I've seen other places. What? Gasa, I don't understand how you living in New York. I like New York, for certain reasons, brothers and sisters. But I do like New York, to stay. Imagine my family members that was so adamant about New York. I said, just come and experience a little extra places. One of my friends was living in New Jersey. I said, just come down, Texas. Just come down for a few days. Just come. Come down for a few days. When I was in Florida, I said, come down Tampa, come down Orlando, come down these places, just for a few days. Come. Every single one of them left New York. Right now, one is a doctor. You might see her in a vlog. She come in Dominica soon. That's what I'm saying. And the others in thing. One of the people I used to check in Tampa doing their thing down there too. Anyways, let me just continue that stuff and then read the last stuff for you guys and then we're rolling out.
All right.
Okay, guys. I don't know what he's showing us. Why are you showing us that? All that what? Why we have to do all that now? Up to now, I make sure I go to the end of the man not talking anything that Thomson Fontaine was talking about. We talk about maybe people giving him. So I guess that's his job. That's his work that he does. Well, kudos to you, sir, for having jobs and stuff. That's great. Yeah. Let me read the remainder of what is in there. Let me go back to his face. He say he cute. Let me read the rest of this stuff right there, guys. So Josiah said you have to go. Big up yourself, Josiah. I am fed up of hearing Mr. because all he's talking is foolishness. I want to ensure that I saw everything, man. I want to ensure that I saw everything, guys. So at least I wouldn't say that, you know, I miss a part. No, I have to show the whole thing, man. Hendricks is saying, I think this brother is brainless. And he probably is he's a very nice guy. Why is he working for someone else while China is in his country making millions? Is he smart or he needs help? That's a good question. That's a good thought process right there. Because China is in Dominica making millions and he over there making a few things. But I guess the economy is more conducive for him up there. That's why he's up there. You know? He knows he would not be able to make the kind of money he's making in States that he's making, that he would not be able to make that money making in States in Dominica. That's why he's up there and showing us the jobs that he's doing. So he's showing us he have a job. That's good. Juliet Coffee, Mr. Justin. By the way, guys, don't forget to click the thumbs up button if you have not done so yet. There's 151 of you guys in the building. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button, guys. I would appreciate you guys. There's quite a number of you guys who stay with your boy. I appreciate you guys, no doubt about it. Julieta Coffee, Mr. just saying what comes out of his mouth. Yeah, I agree. Hendricks Ishmael, this brother should do exactly what Trump is doing. America comes first. I think Dominica should do exactly what Trump is doing. Put Dominica first. That's what Dominica should be doing. Right now, the government of Dominica is putting Dominicans last. This is why when foreigners come down, the locals have to go and beg the foreigners for jobs in their country. That is putting the Dominican people last. Tell me I lie, somebody. Tell me I lie. I want to know I lie, you know. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button, guys. Julieta saying, Mr. Hendricks, you have a great point. Brainless. I don't think he's brainless. I think he might have some wicked intentions in himself while trying to pivot himself as some sort of hero, so to speak. Some person who has the talks, hey, I'm an influencer. Not sure he feels like an influencer. Come on and talk to the people. And maybe further helping his own Laborites who are ignorant about a number of things when it comes to the economy. Because remember, guys, I do not look at what people say. I do not look about nothing what people say. I look about the actions, what they're doing, and the work that they have done. That's all that matters to me. The government of Dominica says nice things, yet fails the entire people. It fails the whole nation. The government of Dominica scare it. Roosevelt scare it. And the Dominica Labour Party has failed every single living person in Dominica. They give people houses. Why? Because they destroy the economy so the people would not be able to make houses for themselves. Because back in the day, how do I know this is true? Because back in the day, people used to actually build houses cash. They used to build houses cash, brothers and sisters. They cannot do that no more. They cannot. Because the government has failed the people. Somebody make a mention about the government, say that they will provide a boat for them to go to different. The government said a lot of things when it comes down to agriculture, including that of which he stated, I think it's in 2022, he stated, or 2021, around that time frame, or around Maria time. It might be a little too late. I think it's around Maria time where they indicate, oh, we're going to be looking for markets and those kind of things there. Up to now, we're looking for the markets that's Kerry talking about. St. Vincent have the markets though. Antigua have the markets though, unless Kerry was talking about sending our plantain to Antigua so Antigua can have a bigger portion. Imagine selling plantain to Antigua for $5 and Antigua turning around and making $25 in a different currency on that very plantain. That we could have sold to the very country if we just made our own plantain chips. Can you imagine that? But hey, so I don't think he's brainless at all. Hendricks saying Trump just left the Middle East where he made a deal to sell Arab American products. Anyone voting red is voting to give foreigners millions. They're not voting to build Dominicans up themselves. Dominicans need to look for their people so they can elevate their people. That's what I think should be done right there. Juliet, Mr. Leaks, I was just explaining on my first comment of what the man said when he talked about the coupe The cutting off the eye. Oh, okay, I get you. Hendrix, the smart guy wearing Chinese red uniform. How many people does he employ? And can he tell us what is the name of his... You don't need to do all that, nah? We listen to what he's saying and his actions. You can pretty much read. If you can read people, brothers and sisters, you will know. That's why I was able to know that he is telling people, foreigners, bad things about Dominicans or Dominican people. Not the Dominica government he talking about, you know. He talking about the Dominican people, saying they poor and all kind of thing. Anyways, guys, I think this is where I'm going to wrap it up. Quite a bit of you guys were in the building with your boy here tonight. I appreciate you guys. Of course, tune in Wednesday for the other part. Of course, I'm going to be reacting to this one right there. We're going to get it, that vibrations, no doubt about it. And I think I might be dropping another podcast on Sunday. So you guys look into that. We'll see how that goes right there. There's a number of persons who want to come on the podcast. There's even an individual from Wesley who wants to come on the podcast. But it seems like that person get cold feet. That person get cold feet or something of that sort. That's a police who wanted to come on and talk. We were going to have a talk and stuff. So I'm still waiting for that person to make up their mind. But there's other people who I can get to have a talk on the podcast. So yes, guys, I appreciate you guys for definitely being a part of this here Vibes with your boy. I appreciate you guys. Of course, 134 of you guys are in the building right now. I know a number of persons had to go. The individuals who are in the building, of course, there are still a number of you guys who have not clicked the thumbs up button yet. I would appreciate you guys click the thumbs up button. Big up Sister J for the super chat. Yet again, I appreciate the support. Definitely big up yourself one time, no doubt about it. I say let's celebrate this first on a live stream. Channel activity. Okay, that's a whole other story right there. But yes, guys, I appreciate you guys, no doubt about it. 1,200 views came through on this here live, just on this live. So yeah, guys, hopefully you guys understand the vibrations, and of course we'll be able to get in that vibrations on Wednesday. I think around 7:30 or 8. It wouldn't take as well. This is an hour long, so we'll see how that goes right there, guys. Anyways, don't forget, brothers and sisters, if you've not done so, subscribe and turn on that post notification, and of course click the like button with your boy right there. Let me see if anybody else made a statement. Okay, no other statement right there, guys. So once again, I appreciate you guys. Remember, guys, be real, be positive, and of course, if you have not done so yet, subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they do definitely tend to come through. I see somebody make a post again. Let me just read it. Josiah is saying, tell Mister when he coming down, do not come down with no groceries. Come down and buy them groceries. Yes, I agree. No come with no barrel. Come and patronize the very people that you have caused to be in the situation that they are in right there. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys, no doubt about it. Thanks so much for being on this here live interaction reaction with your boy on this here BRBPTV platform for Sunday. And of course, as indicated by dear brothers and sisters, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. And if you have not done so, subscribe. More vibrations to come in that regard right there. I appreciate you guys, no doubt about it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, guys, be real. Salute the king always. Be positive.